Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Gubish, and you're up today. You know what, Reid? You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
Hockey tonight at Rogers Place. Expected lineup: McDavid between Draisaitl and Frederic. Tomasek between Järventie and Mangiapane. Lazar between Janmark and Hudson. Szymanski between Hamblin and Clattenburg. Ekholm with Bush. Leppinen with Regula. Milman with Akey. Skinner and net. Going to go the whole way. Janssen backing him up. If you didn't know all those names, don't worry about it. The names you haven't heard before probably won't be here tomorrow. Or maybe Thursday. Oh, no, tomorrow is Thursday. Well, of what am I speaking? The days of the week hath passed me by while I was looking the other way. All right, so that's coming up at 7. I'll be heading straight to the rink after this show ends at 6 o'clock. I think Tom Gazzola is going to be there as well. So McDavid and Draisaitl in action. Frederic up on that big line. You'll hear comments from Draisaitl, from Frederic, from head coach Kris Knoblauch when we get into the Oil Understood a little bit later on. Quick impressions, Jason Milne.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just like, have you accepted that part of this job is talking about preseason hockey yet?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it still stunning to you? Is it still stunning to you?
No. Look, what if you ask what will I be watching tonight?
I don't think you can unless you go to the game.
You can watch it on Oilers Plus, can't you?
Oh, yeah, I guess you could, too. I don't think about that for the road games because I'm so selfish.
You don't think about that for us peasants, eh, Reid?
I don't think about that for the people without media passes. I'm sorry, everybody.
I want to see Frederic up on that top line.
Yeah.
And I do want to see, we talked about it earlier. I predicted that Clattenburg's going to score 3 goals tonight.
That'd be amazing.
A hat trick.
He might be, of all these players, he might be the one I'm most looking forward to watching play.
And why is that? Is that because
he makes noise? He plays a noisy.
Is he a sandpaper?
He's a tempest in a teapot. That Clattenburg. Is it on Sportsnet tonight? I didn't think that it was.
Well, you told me it wasn't.
I didn't think this one was on TV.
So I went and bought Oilers Plus.
No, I hope not.
I'm kidding.
I thought just the games against the Canucks were on Oilers Plus. Yeah, I don't think it's on Sportsnet. Somebody said it's on Sportsnet. I think that's next week's game in Vancouver. Anyway,
it'll have to be online. Yeah,
you don't see it on Sportsnet, do you?
No, and I didn't see anything on Sportsnet.
Yeah, okay.
Only the highlights.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay. So anyway, what were you saying? Clattenburg. You're calling a Clattenburg hat trick.
Sure, why not?
Why not? That'd be incredible.
No, but he has been intriguing, right?
Yes.
Out of any of the news players, maybe Mangiapane, you assume he's with the team. He's going to be in the starting lineup. A guy like Clattenburg, hard to say where he fits in, if anywhere.
Okay, so who do we have tonight? All you say yay or nay. Do we expect them to be on the NHL roster when the season starts in 2 weeks? Draisaitl.
Yay.
McDavid.
Yay.
Frederic.
Yay.
Järventie.
Nay.
Tomasek.
Yay.
Mangiapane.
Yay.
Janmark.
Yay.
Lazar.
Nay.
You think he's going to get sent down? Okay.
I don't know.
I think he'll be here.
Yay.
I'll do your count. Doing your count.
Nay.
Quinn Hudson.
Nay.
Hamblin.
Nay.
Szymanski.
Nay.
Clattenburg.
Nay.
Ekholm.
Yay.
Bouchard.
Yay.
Leppinen.
Nay.
Interesting prospect, though. Regula.
Nay.
Millman.
Nay.
I picture Millhouse playing defense.
Me too.
Akey.
Nay.
Skinner.
Yay.
Janssen.
Yeah,
okay, so
nay.
9 or 10. So it's half of the Oilers NHL team. Almost half.
I want to call him the Milkman. Millman.
The Millman. Maybe I mistyped it. His last name is Milkman. Anyway, so 7 o'clock. It is interesting. Frederic is up on that line. And that appears to be the line they're already talking about having together when the regular season starts in a couple of weeks. So we'll have some comments from Knoblauch and Draisaitl and Frederic as we move along throughout the show. Later on in the show, we're going to give away 4 tickets to see the Elks against the Riders Saturday on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. That's a 5 o'clock game Saturday. It's not up against any Oilers preseason game. 4 o'clock on Edmonton Sports Talk, the Green and Gold kickoff show with Jay Milne and Matthew Wannock leading into that one. And they'll be on after the game as well to break it down. I think it's a must win. I think they have to go 4-0. 3-1 maybe will get you in. But you got to beat both Winnipeg and BC. So if you go 3-1, I guess maybe you could still afford to lose this one, but that would be pretty tense. The Riders have not lost in Edmonton in a long time. We'll dive into that a little bit later on, but we will be giving away 4 tickets to the game, and the lower bowl is going to be quite full.
Yeah.
So, this should be a pretty good atmosphere. Yes, of course, there are going to be a lot of Riders fans there. There always are. They'll be extra energized, I think, by the success of their team. What are the Riders? Are they 9-3? They got a pretty good record.
Yeah, they've. I don't know. Is it fair to say they're the number one team, and it's not really debatable at this point?
Well, I think so because
10-3.
Calgary, they're 10-3. Calgary looked so good, and now the last 2 games they can't stop anybody. Rankin ran over them on the Labor Day rematch. They had a bye week, and then BC humiliated them. Like now Calgary looks like, are they going to win another game? I know somebody texted a few weeks ago, maybe the Elks will catch Calgary, and I was like, hold the phone there, lad. But that still wouldn't be easy for the Elks to catch Calgary.
Hard.
But now Winnipeg and BC are probably thinking, hey, Calgary can't win. Maybe we're going to be the ones getting a home game. Yeah, I think Saskatchewan's the top team in the league. Is Hamilton second, or is Montreal second when healthy? Well, I guess when healthy's the big one, but
Davis Alexander just clearly means so much to that team. So it's hard to say. I mean, I don't know. Just looking here, he has been a full participant this week, and is currently listed as available. So that game looks a lot tougher for that Calgary team going there.
Right.
Wouldn't that be something if let me look here.
Abutsky in the nasty chat just wrote Larry Bud Millman. Do you remember Larry Bud Melman from the Letterman show? He was that guy. I think what was his real name? DeForest or something like that. I was going to say DeForest Kelly, but that was Bones from the original Star Trek series. Only 8 minutes to work in a Star Wars or Star Trek reference, everybody. Larry Bud Melman always did these bizarre announcer things on Letterman shows.
Calgary goes to Montreal, goes to BC, goes to Hamilton, hosts Toronto, and then goes to Edmonton.
Yeah, Calgary might only win 1 or 2 more games. Yeah, that's a good point.
They may only win 1 more game.
Yeah, true. So anyway,
interesting, Reid.
Yeah, it is. Then they've looked really bad. Well, I wouldn't say they looked really bad against the Elks, but they looked vulnerable. They looked really bad against BC. Now Adams is going to play, you said, or he's practicing.
Yes, Vernon Adams has been taking number 1 reps.
Right, but the big thing for Calgary for the Stamps was defense, and the last 2 games it's been they have no defense. They have a couple injuries, right? But still, anyway, that's another storyline there in the Canadian Football League. On top of these rule changes, I think we talked about them a couple of times over the last few days. You can get in touch, of course, by posting in the nasty chat on YouTube, speaking with us and with each other. Oh, I fired it too soon. It was a premature
easy mockery.
Click. Must you click? Please click. Must you click? You must click. Dum.
All right. Calvert DeForest was the actor's name who played Larry Bud Melman. Abutsky, that is awesome. If you're taking us in on YouTube, as I just mentioned, you can chat with us and more importantly, with each other in the nasty chat. Subscribe to the show as well, or subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already. We have over 13,200 subscribers. And give us a thumbs up. Click that thumbs up button. We just played the little jingle for that. You can email Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. You can email me, Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com. And, of course, you can text the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week. That is from 2 to 5 p.m. So Oilers tonight, plenty to talk about there. Oh, the Ryder Cup, great event. It starts Friday, and we're going to have, I don't know, he's a new guy to me. What's his name again? Mark Zucchino is going to be on the show, who's a golf reporter and play-by-play person. So he's going to fill us in what's going on there. Like I said, we'll talk more Elks and CFL, touch on the Blue Jays and a little bit on the baseball postseason. Oh, really special guest as well. Joan Forge is going to be on the show to tell you about the EE Game Changers Women's Training Camp in support of ovarian cancer research. So that's an important thing that the Elks are involved in. So she's going to join us throughout the course of the afternoon as well. But right now, it's time for your afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
Hey, this is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Hey, Freddie, that ankle better be ready to keep up with the big boys. Trent Frederic forms a trio with Leon and Connor tonight as the Oilers tangle with those tentacled two-steppers from Seattle. Let's get cracking. Looks like the Iceman is ready to heat up that one-timer. College boy Ike Howard has traded in the textbooks for a hockey stick, and he pounded the pill on the power play last night against the Jets. Oilers take it 3-2. Hey, Ribbon Boy. Thanks. The Bronx Bombers are just one game back of the Blue Jays in the American League East. Better wake up, Bluebirds. You want to be in fine form when the postseason comes flying. Yanks play the Pale Hose tonight. Blue Jays host the Red Sox. Retractable roof. What's next? Night games at Wrigley? I'm Chet Palmer.
God bless you, Chet Palmer.
You can't have night baseball at Wrigley Field. That's just insane.
Who are the Yankees playing again?
The Pale Hose. Hosej. Or sorry, yeah, Hose. Did I spell it right?
Oh, Reid. I mean, Chet. Jen in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox says, "Hey, Glue Guy, did you know one of your favorite bands is coming to River Cree Resort and Casino?"
Metallica?
No.
North Shore?
No, close. Maybe we could look to open for them.
The Heavies?
No.
Trooper?
April Wine.
Oh, April Wine.
Fantastic.
When are they coming?
November 15th.
Oh, that's soon. You going to get tickets?
Maybe I will. Bronco Nick says he checked the TV guide and the game is not on TV.
Yeah, I don't think it's on.
But somebody else, Evan, said the game is on at 7 p.m. on Sportsnet Plus.
Right, so you got to buy it. Or is that at the app?
I don't know.
I think, I don't know. Casino Dealer J says the Emeralds.
The Emeralds? Who are the Emeralds?
Weren't they were they Canadian? No.
Did they do...
I think they had an accordion player, didn't they? Am I thinking of the right band?
They had songs from Wizard of Oz.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm mixed up then.
As mayor of the Munchkin City, follow the yellow brick road. Is the bird dance that we know?
Was that the Emeralds?
About to find out.
Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, I think that is them. And were they not Canadian or had a guy from Edmonton or something like that?
Oh, they are the bird dance.
Yes. The Emeralds, musical band. The Emeralds, originated in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. There it is. Yeah, they're from Edmonton. Now, there's also an American electronic music trio called the Emeralds. Emeralds from Cleveland. That's not the same thing. But yeah, the Emeralds are from Edmonton.
Can you play the bird song?
Oh, through my computer?
Yeah.
I got to get there. Hang on. Well, I got to stop our show. Do this. What's it called? The bird dance?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where. No, I'm getting like.
Are originated in Edmonton, Alberta,
Yeah,
Canada.
I knew there was some Edmonton connection.
Wow.
They're famous. Okay, let me see here. This will work. Oh, YouTube wants me to fill out a survey.
No, this is
No, it's a medley of songs here. No, that's not right. This is not as easy as it looks, okay?
Google the Emeralds.
I
bird
did.
dance.
I did. I got it on YouTube.
Here we are.
Here we go.
are. See you, folks.
Get up and dance in your workplace, everybody.
How did this go?
You just hopped around. Oh yeah, and then didn't you spin people around? Because I remember when I was a kid, that would be my parents, it'd be me and my mom and dad dancing together when I was a little kid. Yeah. Oh yeah, right.
And I don't know what the last part was. But then in the one part, you.
Right, but then didn't you get in a group of three and
I think you
spin
can
each other
do a
around?
little bit of a do-si-do.
Yeah.
What a song.
Oh, it's fading out already. Okay. Yeah, incredible stuff.
I think that's Coob's way of telling us we're
Coop
done playing it.
Coop is fading out. There, no, that's us again.
that's us
Back on
now.
the
Yeah, there you
YouTube
go.
feed. Give the bird dance a thumbs up,
Wow.
everybody. Okay. That's incredible stuff. What were we talking about?
No. Chet Palmer?
April 1. Chet Palmer's finished.
The milkman?
Chet Palmer's finished. The milkman is with Bo Akey tonight on the back end. Oh, yeah. It's the off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and as a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536.
There's some interesting... before we get to this off-topic topic, El Presidente has met the drummer of the Emeralds. Apparently, he works at a glass company in Edmonton. And Sheesh Edits says, I met the guy from the band and how they created the bird dance. It was like 20 years ago, he says. But he told us that one song paid for his whole life on how much money he made from that one song. Well, you cannot go to a wedding without hearing that.
Is it still played at weddings? I feel it's not
Golly.
played as much.
Sure is.
Well, it's going to be played at my wedding.
If it's not played at a wedding, it's time to leave.
Yeah, it's a crap wedding.
Were you feeling okay today? You're very cordial in the nasty
I'm trying
chat.
to greet everybody in the nasty chat personally today.
Okay.
I'm just trying something different.
Okay.
I got to spice it up for myself. Well, Jill has a tilde in front of her name. How do I get that?
A tilde.
Yeah, that's what that little thing is called. That little wavy line. I think it's called a tilde.
Okay. So the off-topic topic for William Huff. Ryder Cup's coming up this weekend, which means, and oh, by the way, it's going to be played at Bethpage Black. Torture
chamber.
Long Island, New York. So guess what you're going to be hearing all weekend?
Yeah.
USA! 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 Stop. Stop. I think that is one of the laziest chants in sports because it's all that they have. That's all that they do, these Americans. USA! USA! Come up with something original. So anyways, that was what gave birth to today's off-topic topic. The worst sporting event chants.
Most annoying, or both.
Or most annoying.
Okay, I have a couple. Well, they're not chants, and they're both from golf. They're things that get yelled out.
Ah.
That I've just, enough.
Oh, can I guess one?
Yes.
Is one of them, get in the hole!
No, that's not one of them, though.
Okay.
That's a good one. They're both usually off the tee. You're the man! Enough. It was mildly funny at first, and now I feel as if I'm hearing a lot of Baba Booey. Like, what is that even from? Is that from a
Baba
movie?
Booey?
Is that from The Sopranos?
Gabagool! That would be from.
Is that from Jasmine on the Hangout? I don't know. But like I've heard that a player tees off and some guy yells Baba Booey, and they try to do it just after contact is made, right?
Yeah.
Like while they're still finishing their swing. So that's like enough of those.
The one that always gets me the most, and it just doesn't make sense. Ref, you suck. Ref, you suck.
What else are they going to say?
Well, these refs have feelings. They are not
Not
robots.
according to you.
They are not robots. Do you think that's helping in any way? It may not hurt, but do you think it's helping? Do you think it's helping motivate your team?
Well, it's motivating the fans.
It just doesn't make sense. And then the one, well, here.
Oh, do you have audio of it?
No, it'd be like pretend this sound is a trumpet.
Dun, da, da, da.
Charge! Right? You know when there's a trumpet that goes, da, 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 charge! And what is that?
It means that is charge doesn't happen anymore.
What is that? Yes, it does.
That's from Chet Palmer's days.
That is, but what are we charging?
Hey, Elks fans, you ready to go full throat with the charge chant? Dun, da, da, da.
And then
Apparently Baba Booey is from Howard Stern.
there's a couple that are like that. Ole, 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 ole.
Yeah, fun.
I don't get it.
It's fun.
But what is it?
It's fun.
You would do it.
No, but I wouldn't do anything.
Exactly.
I just sit there.
I just find it annoying. So sue me.
Sounds like you find everything annoying today,
Well,
except the bird dance.
you better stay off this list, Reid.
That's,
And then the Seven Nation Army.
that's not a chant. That's a song. What do you want them to do? Okay, I just want. Okay,
See, it's annoying.
I just
It's
want.
annoying.
I want everybody to be aware of what's happening here. Reid's the guy who doesn't have fun. Reid's the guy who doesn't want people to cheer at a sporting event. Reid's the guy who doesn't like punt singles. Reid's the old ogre. And Jay's the fun-loving, jock, former athlete, younger guy. Really, he's just shooting down Seven Nations Army as a pump-up song, which isn't even a chant. It's a pump-up song. And don't they play it after the third quarter? Like, so you don't like the Enter Sandman at Virginia Tech either?
I didn't say
You don't
that.
like the jump around at Wisconsin?
I didn't say that.
Well, you're implying it.
I didn't say that.
You're implying that people shouldn't react to music when they go to a game.
Oh,
Yeah, geez.
stop it. Stop it.
Like, what do you go to a Def Leppard
what's
concert and not
happening here?
sing along to Pour Some Sugar on Me?
Of course.
You just look at the person next to you and go, oh, tut-tut, quite a memorable and catchy chorus, is it not?
No, those ones are just overdone for me. Sorry. Like you get Virginia Tech Enter Sandman. The hair on the back of my neck standing up. But it is annoying. You were annoyed.
I was annoyed you doing it 4 feet away from me. If I was at the game cheering for whatever team does seven, does Michigan do Seven Nation Army? A few teams probably do it.
No, Michigan does Mr. Brightside. Tommy's favorite
Which,
band,
by the
Killers.
way, how is a song? Now, what is that? Somebody help me. Is that song about infidelity or about an imagined infidelity?
I don't know what the
Though I
song's
guess
about.
the Oilers come out to Enter Sandman, which is about a child having bad dreams. So I guess maybe I shouldn't overanalyze what the songs are about. Like in Mr. Brightsides, is he actually being cheated on, or is he imagining the horror of being cheated on?
Coming out of my cage, and I've been doing just fine.
Oh, he's a bird.
Gotta be down because I want it all.
Yeah.
I started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this?
Right,
It
but
was only a
he's-
kiss. It was only a kiss.
But he's not the one. But then he imagines his girlfriend undressing her lover or something like that, or sees it, or he's spying on them.
Now I'm falling
Somebody
asleep,
help me.
and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke, and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed, and my stomach is sick, and it's all in my head. But she's Whoa. Ooh.
Yes, I know.
Oh, I can't read the rest of it. This is quite
No,
edgy.
it's quite spicy.
There might be children.
like there's
listening. my children are probably
there's
listening.
undressing involved.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, the off-topic topic for William Huff: most annoying or worst chant you hear at a sporting event. Now people are just putting songs in. Let's try to stick to chants. Most annoying chant at a sporting event, or something people yell out. Like reacting to a song is not chanting.
No, Big Uke, I'm not reading WAP.
No, we're not doing that.
Been there, done that, bro.
780-218-9999. You can text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You're going to hear from Trent Frederic, from Leon Draisaitl, from Kris Knoblauch as well. Games at 7. Oilers home to the Kraken. Here comes the Coop.
Down at Rogers Place, the Oilers host the Kraken for 7 o'clock puck drop. Connor McDavid centers a line with Leon Draisaitl and Trent Frederic as his wingers. And Stuart Skinner will play the full 60 minutes for the Oilers. Staying in E-Town, Jared Brinkman and Nick Anderson both sat out of Elks practice. Brinkman battling a shoulder and toe issue. Anderson with a hip injury. In the NFL, Washington's Jaden Daniels' status is up in the air this week, being limited at practice today. He sat out all last week, missing a game with a knee injury. His teammate Terry McLaurin was sidelined from practice as well with a quad injury. For the Jays, they've signed righty Moon Sojan. The 18-year-old becomes the first Korean-born international signing in Jays history. And the Red Sox and Jays face off once again. Toronto dropping a 4-1 decision in the opener yesterday. First pitch scheduled for 5:07. Max Scherzer, the starter for Toronto, as they lead the AL East by 1 game over the Yankees, who play the White Sox tonight. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Give them a call at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment today. The Reid Wilkins Show continues following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
The thought I had this morning is, what if he is making this we'll call it a political decision to have eyes on him, not falling on a sword, but carrying a shield, as it were? Because if everyone's asking questions about him, guess what they're not asking about? Guess who hasn't been swamped with stuff heading into the season? Stuart Skinner, Darnell Nurse, Evan Bouchard.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Win big this NFL season at the Canadian Brewhouse presented by Bud Light. You could win a trip to Super Bowl 60, plus prizes like smokers, Bud Light coolers, and a trip to an NFL home opener next season. Enjoy $1 off Bud Light and Budweiser tankers. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Fall football in your living room just became the Fan Zone. Before you move in the giant screen, make space to cheer on your favorite team with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Okay, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon along with Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Zachary Kubish is at the EST technical desk. We're getting you ready for the Oilers and the Kraken tonight at Rogers Place. That is a 7 o'clock game. Stuart Skinner expected to go The distance in net for the Edmonton Oilers, Draisaitl, McDavid, Frederic, is expected to be the Oilers' top line. Portions of this hour presented by Little Buckaroo Design. Since 2015, Little Buckaroo Design in New Sarepta has been... What?
Oh. Sorry about that, Reid. No, Coob, my sound just came on.
That's okay. Yes. I thought you were talking
Shocked
to me
as well.
I was like, what's going on?
Sorry to derail you here.
Portions of this hour presented by Little Buckaroo Design. Since 2015, Little Buckaroo Design in New Sarepta has been saying, heck yeah, we can do that.
Heck yeah.
From heat pressed and embroidery to rhinestones, sublimation, DTF, signs, and custom decals.
Decals.
Michelle and her team could make it happen. Stop by the showroom at 5063 Center Ave in New Sarepta. Call 780-984-2872 or check out their website at lilbuckaroodesign.ca. Great to have them on board. Is it decal or decal?
Ooh.
What did I say?
Well, decal is what?
In the sentence, I'd say decal.
I think that's the Canadian way to say it. Is decal. Decal. I don't know. We have a first-time texter.
Oh, good.
Did not sign your name, so please do. Baba Boy is from Howard Stern, and his sidekick, Artie Shaw, thought he could do impressions. He had a persona called Baba Boy, annoying to say the least, kind of like Glue Guy.
Oh, my goodness.
The Emeralds are formed near Mundare, and the bird dance is well over 40 years old, maybe closer to 60.
Boy, I knew it was been around a while. Because, again, I remember doing it at weddings when I was a little kid. Oh, sorry.
Haven't listened in a while, but it sounds like Jay is the host. Hey, Jay, the host should have the most mic time.
I think I do get the most mic time. But you're welcome to mic time.
Well, there's two things I've learned here. I've learned what Bubba Boy is. Yeah. I've learned that I'm annoying, at least to this person.
That's not what he said.
And I think I'm expendable.
I don't think he said that either.
I think he is. I think he's saying he wants to turn down the suck knob of Glue Guy and turn up the good.
Is that your brother
knob.
Alan that sent that?
I don't think so.
You should see if that number is in your phone. I think you should type that number into your phone.
I don't want to
see if it autofills.
What if it's
no? That person's having some fun.
All right, sign your name at least so I can make fun of you back. That's how it works.
Okay, so I didn't know that about the Howard Stern thing. So then people started yelling that at golf tournaments. I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah, me too. I've never heard that.
That you've never heard Baba Booey?
No.
Oh, the origin story.
Yes.
Yeah. The William Huff off-topic topic is worst sporting event chant. Jay nominated USA, USA. I'm saying Baba Booey or You Demand. What else did you say? Ref, you suck. Somebody put Let's Go Canucks in there.
Yeah, that's one. Trevor and Airdrie says there's no question that the most annoying chant anywhere is that stupid USA chant that Jason was doing earlier. I absolutely hate that. I don't hate that you're standing up for your country and cheering on your country. It's just, is there not something better?
Well, okay, I'll suggest this as well. Do fans who chant USA, so enthusiastic fans of American
Patriots,
yeah, it's fine to cheer for your country. Do they chant it to get their athletes going, or do they chant it when they're already pretty much assured of a victory and they want to pile on?
That's a good question.
Okay, let's go Oilers. They'll chant that. The Oilers down 4-1 with 10 minutes in the third. Now, they'll chant it when the team's ahead, too, or trying to put a game away for sure. But sometimes it's, man, this team needs a little bit of energy, So in the Ryder Cup, if Scotty Scheffler bogeys a hole and he's 2 down with 3 to play, are they chanting USA to get him going? Nope. They're moping.
This is true. I think you're right. I think maybe that it's a pile-on method, or they know it's annoying.
Yeah.
They know it's annoying.
Yeah, let's just further, Yeah, it's great you're beating Somalia by 85 points in the 92 Olympics. Great. Chant USA. That's great.
Interesting. I've never thought of it that way. I just know you're going to be hearing it all
It's a
weekend.
front runner chant.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. It's not a let's get the team going chant. Sheesh Edits has a good one in the nasty chat. What about the Calgary chant, McDavid's leaving? Yeah, that's pretty annoying and not true. But they got to try to troll Oilers fans however they can. Oh, sorry, Max. They played Angola in the Olympics. Yeah, I guess it wasn't Somalia.
One thing I wanted to mention here is that Maddie and I, this Sunday, will be doing a live 1 hour pregame show prior to the Edmonton Huskies hosting the Calgary Colts down at JP Bowl. The game starts at noon. So the 1 hour kickoff show will start at noon. Game starts at 1. They are still offering 50% off tickets. So if you want something fun to do with your family this Sunday, they want to pack the stadium out, go to edmontonhuskies.com, click on purchase tickets, and use promo code EST, and you get 50%.
Which day
off.
is the game?
Sunday.
Wow, you're going to go the whole month without a day off.
Sunday, September 28th. JP Bowl.
Who are they playing?
Calgary Colts.
And they're in the thick of a playoff race.
Yes. But I think I'm at my word limit for this segment.
Why?
I think I need to shut up now.
Don't be like that. I just typed in Prairie Fire Conference. Instead of Prairie Football Conference. That would be a good name for a league.
Prairie Fire?
Like maybe a roller derby league or something. The Prairie Fire.
Prairie Fire sounds like a good name for a men's rugby league.
There's got to be there has to be a shot or some kind of alcoholic beverage called the Prairie Fire.
There is.
That's
there
hard
is.
to say. That can't be right.
Prairie Fire drink.
See,
it's tequila and Tabasco sauce.
I have to say something here.
Okay.
And I'm meandering a little bit. But do you remember last year when I went on a bit of a tirade about Canada West and their website? And I said they're not even going to care. And they didn't. And we love the Prairie Football Conference. You played in it.
Yeah.
We've had numerous Huskies and Wildcats angle on the show. You know, this is going through our second football season. But if somebody is hearing this with one of those teams or is with the Prairie Junior Football Conference, you need to make it so that when I go to your website and click standings, the standings that come up are 2025.
Oh, no.
Not 2023s. And this has happened before with this particular website. Has this happened to you?
Oh, it's annoying.
You go so you go to the Prairie Football Conference and the default season is the 2023 season. So then you have to click on a little tab that says seasons and then click 2025 regular season and then it updates. You need to change your default. I bet you somebody associated with the Huskies or Wildcats is listening to this show. Maybe even it's a player. Pass it up the food chain. And say, look, this Reid guy said this. Maybe you don't like him, but this sounds like a valid complaint. So the Hilltop, now I changed it. The Hilltops and the Thunder are 5-1. That's
a bottleneck.
The rest of the league is 2-4. So there are 4 teams competing for 2 spots. And they're all who are the Huskies playing?
Calgary.
Right. So
that's a big game.
And then who are the Wildcats playing? Do you remember?
Winnipeg.
And that's
in
the
Winnipeg.
other team competing for the spots. Right. Okay, so that's very compelling. That's good stuff. And then they don't play again until October 12th. I guess the Huskies got a slightly easier schedule because then the Wildcats have to play the Thunder in a couple of weeks. So anyway, big game. Cool that you're going to be there. EST is going to be there. And Prairie Football Conference, I'm asking you politely. I'm not going to go on a rant because I'm sure whoever does this website is a volunteer or gets a very small honorarium to do the website, right? But you got to have it so when somebody goes to this website to look at your league, it's on the current season. Okay? That's all.
Well, if you're going to say something, I need to say something too.
Please do.
Because the Prairie Football Conference doesn't even have a website.
Well, it's through
through the CJFL.
Okay, yeah, so you got to run it up the food chain.
Which is...
Brent just said that. Thanks, Brent. So whoever I'm directing this to, I'm not doing this as an attack. I'm doing it as trying to be helpful. It may seem like I'm being a jerk, but I really want it to be easier for everybody to access, not just me. Is that fair?
Yes, and that is the most annoying thing ever. We could have an annoying things off-topic topic tomorrow.
I think we do that every day.
Well, we may be the main people that are annoying. But when you go to a site and it's not automatically the time period that you're in or the season that you're in, that is a joke.
And you know what's odd? The NFL doesn't have a very good website.
Terrible.
Like, do we click on games and it's just the way they come up, and sometimes I don't know. It's just, remember I was looking up something yesterday and I was like, I can't get to the stats for a game as easily as I would like, which was kind of weird.
The NBA, when you go to NBA.com, it takes you to sportingnews.com.
Really?
And then there's a link that you can press to take you to the NBA.com.
Like NHL.com is actually pretty good.
Very good.
Yeah.
We should rank leagues' websites. Do a deep dive.
Do MLS and NLL and
I said real leagues, Reid.
Canada West. I know where I'd put that one. By the way, we are enjoying, if you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see this. I am enjoying, Jay's enjoying as well, finally, a splash of Coke. You've had yours already. You're going to need another splash.
Yes, Reid.
Now, I'm not a big pop drinker. Like, I won't sit down and drink a can of pop. But I like, almost as a bit of a dessert, have something sugary. Have, like, how much would this be that I poured myself? 3 mouthfuls of Coke?
Yeah, that's like 2 ounces.
It's a splash of Coke.
2 ounces.
Yeah. So you're not drinking too much. My teeth aren't going to rot and fall out. Well, eventually they will, but not from this. And Dustin Nielsen is confused by this concept. Because when we had a staff meeting, I said, you should, because we were getting pizza, I said, you should have a 2-liter Coke. And he's like, why would I get a 2-liter of Coke? Like, because then people can pour themselves Coke in a glass to drink with the pizza. That's kind of a fun staff meeting thing to have, Coke and pizza. So now we're going to keep a 2-liter Coke in the fridge. Anybody at EST wants a splash of Coke, you go get some.
Oh, that was
I've made the office a better place.
Yeah, I think he was surprised because usually it would be more like, hey, where's the beers?
Well, but there was beer,
right?
If people wanted beer, we have beer around the office. To be honest, breaking news, everybody. There's.
Hey, have you seen the suds flowing at the old Edmonton Sports Talk Chamber? Oh, those boys are loopy every afternoon.
All right.
Oh, boy.
That's good. What else are we doing here?
We
got
no
a break.
clue.
Yeah, Little Buckaroo Design in New Sarepta, presenting portions of this hour. 780-984-2872 or LILBuckarooDesign.ca.
Heck yeah.
We're very pleased to have those guys on board.
Oh, just a little tidbit, too.
What?
Apparently, they have some shirts coming for us.
We're getting shirts?
Little Buckaroo shirts of some sort. I don't know, but they reached out. They were so happy with how we talked about them and included them in the show. And heck yeah, and decals.
That's a great perk.
So they're going to have Coop. You're going to get a shirt, too, brother.
I wonder what it's going to be about. Is it going to be the bookbinder?
I hope it's Hypercolor. Remember Hypercolor?
I don't know what Hypercolor is.
I think we've talked about Hypercolor. When it changes color with the body heat.
Oh.
Be sweet.
Some nice decals.
Scalding Gourd. This just in. Reid Wilkins of Edmonton Sports Talk blasts area minor football for living in the past.
There it is. Yeah, there it is. Oh, who knows? Give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Let's try to get to 100. We try to do that every show. We should be able to do that. We're over 40 already. Don't delay. Click the thumbs up. Don't be a pleasure delayer. Oil Understood coming up. Mark Zucchino on the Ryder Cup. Here's Zach.
The Oilers are back home for preseason action against the Kraken. Stuart Skinner gets to start. Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, and Trent Frederic filling out the first line. Puck drop for that one is at 7 with 4 other games on tap. The Panthers and Hurricanes take the ice at 4 o'clock. As Calgary visits Vancouver with a puck drop at 8. For the Elks, Nick Anderson missed practice with a hip injury. Jared Brinkman sitting out with a shoulder and toe issue, while down south, Washington's Gene Daniels was limited at practice. He missed last week's game as he recovers from a knee injury. While Xavier Worthy of the Chiefs, he was a full participant today, putting him on track for Sunday's game against Baltimore. In the majors, the Jays and Red Sox rematch, Toronto losing 4-1 in the series opener yesterday. Max Scherzer to the bump. Garrett Crochet countering for Boston. First pitch at 5:07 in Anthony Santander's return to play for Toronto. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring, proudly serving Edmonton and area for over 30 years. Their West End showroom is open 7 days a week. You can shop online at ParamountFlooring.ca. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Another interesting tidbit from Coach Kris Knoblauch. He wants to see Nuge more at center. Do you like that?
I don't mind it. I think that could still change too. I'll add Henrique was on the wing yesterday. We could see those guys shuffle around, but he mentioned Frederic as well, his ability to play center. And
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
Indigenous Celebration returns. Your Edmonton Elks face the Saskatchewan Roughriders Saturday, September 27th. Enjoy Indigenous dance and drum halftime performances, the pre-game Makers Market, and the unveiling of our brand new Indigenous gear. Indigenous Celebration is back. Presented by No Frills, 5 p.m. September 27th. Elks, Riders, wear the right shade of green. Tickets start at just $20. Score yours now at goelks.com.
Gallo LLP is an Alberta-based accounting firm with expert chartered professional accountants in both our Edmonton and Sherwood Park accounting firms. Our experienced and innovative accountants provide financial advice that saves our clients money. Simply put, we help our clients protect their assets and grow their businesses. At Gallo LLP, they go beyond the numbers to ensure the continued success of your business. Reach out to Preet or John to discuss how they can help your business grow. Visit gallollp.ca today and see how they can help you take your business to the next level.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. My, oh my, what a joy to work on this show. Jason Milne is here, Zach Kubish as well. We're with you until 6 o'clock. The Oilers play at 7. That is against the Seattle Kraken at Rogers Place. I'll be heading to the game right after the show ends. All right.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
And it's presented by Play Alberta. You can skip the flight to Vegas because jackpots are just a tap away. Experience all the thrills of the casino right from your phone with Play Alberta. Download the app today and deposit $50 using the EST exclusive promo code EST Casino for a $50 casino bonus.
All right. Blue Jays got to get their stuff together tonight, right? So we're heading over there for Jay's play of the day. Cooked up a little something. Got the number up, and it was boosted quite well by Play Alberta. So it's Blue Jays to win and George Springer 2 or more total bases. So a double gets you home with the Blue Jays win. That has been boosted to plus 270.
Oh, good.
Pretty fair. Now, that being said, the Blue Jays are listed as underdogs heading into tonight's matchup. But yeah, I think after last night's performance, they're gonna have some P&V flowing through their veins. So George Springer, 2+ total bases, and a Blue Jays win. Head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESC specials. You'll see Jays play of the day. And always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day.
Is it fading in and out there?
Nope.
Jay's
Okay.
play of
The
the
Doppler
day.
effect. I don't know if that was a Doppler effect at all. It just sounds cool to say that. No clue in the Nasty Chat says, is Freddie 100% now? Or still kind of hurt? I think he means Trent Frederic.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Frederic, when he spoke a couple weeks ago, he said, he said, oh, you know, my first step still isn't great, but I feel a lot better. I've been watching him at training camp, and obviously he's played. He seems to be moving better. Frederic didn't say much today when he spoke. Kris Knoblauch was asked about Trent Frederic's health.
Yeah, I would say like he's 100% healthy, but it's still maybe a little bit, you might feel it once in a while. I haven't had this injury, but I've just heard our medical staff talk about it, that late in the year, Draisaitl had it in the playoffs several years ago, Henrique 2 years ago in the playoffs, and they said when they came back, you know, they had 2 or 3 months off, and they came back and they were skating in September, and they kind of like, oh, I still feel it, I'm not sure about it. And then by October, they don't even talk about it. So it's just, I think it's a little bit, you can feel it, and maybe just not trusting it quite yet. And then after playing and getting into the competition, the adrenaline of games, you forget about it and you feel comfortable. But, you know, I don't want to speak for Trent, but that's kind of what I've heard about that kind of injury, and that's kind of the process.
All right. I mean, he's well enough to play. I do think he's moving better. You know, I get it from No Clue. He says, LOL, that's not too reassuring. It isn't, but I think he is better. And I do think that there is a point with an injury that athletes get to where they just realize that's as good as it's going to be. Like, I've told the story that when I started covering the Oilers and was going into the dressing room after every game, Jordan Eberle's wrist was always like hugely bandaged, like this thick bandaging. And they even had one of those, like sometimes they'll put a thermometer in there, like almost looks like a meat thermometer.
Oh, wow.
To make sure the ice is still, or what if it's still at a certain temperature or whatever. And I thought, I wonder what's wrong with him. And then I saw it through the entire year, and then I realized, no, he just has chronic pain in his hand or his wrist, right? So I do think Frederic's going to be fine. I don't think they'd put him out there if he wasn't going to be. I mean, clearly Hyman's coming off a big injury, and he's not going to be back until possibly November 1st. So I get that maybe that's not what you want to hear about Frederic, but as Knoblauch said, sometimes, okay, so he went through it. Last time he played really competitive games, it wasn't great for him. Now he's getting back into the groove of it. You probably just eventually move on from it, or just realize like, okay, my body's slightly different, and this is how I have to adapt to it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and he mentioned players that are current Oilers that have been through this. So yeah, but I mean, you've said his quickness has been there throughout camp, right?
Well, he looks like he's turning better, moving better, yes. Because I think he was quite limited when we last saw him in the playoffs.
What do you think of, if anything? I mean, I know it's preseason, but it is something that, you know, you have Draisaitl, McDavid, and Frederic on the top line. Is that now? Is that something you can look at and say that Frederic truly is a placeholder for Zach Hyman while he's out on injury, or maybe that's what they're angling towards? Because we had this talk about the first unit power play.
Yes.
Who fills in for Zach Hyman?
Maybe it is going to be Frederic. I was wondering if it's going to be Mangiapane. Who's playing tonight that's on the first unit power play? Draisaitl, McDavid, and Bouchard. Nugent Hopkins is not playing. Hyman is not playing. Perry's on another team. So we'll see tonight.
Don't forget Stu Skinner.
Yes, thank you, Jay. Well, I guess who else would be on the first power play tonight? It'll probably be Frederic and Mangiapane, unless they put Tomasek out there to see what he looks like. Or I guess they could put Ekholm and Bouchard both on the power play and have Draisaitl, McDavid, and somebody else. So I guess we'll see how they line up with that. I don't know. I still lean toward Mangiapane being on the power play, but maybe it will be Frederic since he's getting this look right off the hop here on that big line. Easy E says Howard was on the power play last night. He sure was. Ike Howard, the Iceman, as he's known, and as Chet Palmer has quickly jumped on that nickname as well. Great goal last night.
Quite a shot.
You saw the highlight. I know you didn't, but you just watched the highlights.
Yeah.
That was probably enough. Well, after the first period, so I listened to Cam and Bob driving home after our show, and they even asked Matt Savoy in the first intermission interview. They're called walk-off interviews because you get the player while he's walking off. About how little was going on in the first period. So I'm like, I don't need to go back and rewatch that. But I thought the Oilers took the game over in the second period. But that shot from Howard, that was like, that's
a goal scorer's shot.
That's a tantalizing shot if he can score from there. And as I was saying with Tom on the Oil Stream, he beat an NHL goalie. Eric Comrie's an NHL goalie. He's a backup, but he's an NHL goalie. He didn't score on the Jets' fourth-string goalie. But that was a great shot. Like, good pass by Nuge and a great job by Howard to finish it. So that was encouraging. All right, we're going to do more on the Oil Understood coming up later. We'll hit the links for some Ryder Cup talk with Mark Zucchino after the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
If this drags out, into the new year, and the Oilers feel like he's not going to come back, what's the percentage that they actually move him to try to get assets?
I don't even want to know what that conversation would be like. Can you sit here and possibly allow the most valuable asset in the history of the National Hockey League to walk for nothing?
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Whoa, blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Lobsterfest is back at the Canadian Brewhouse. Saturday, October 4th at 6 p.m. A pound and a half of fresh Atlantic lobster with all the fixins for just $49.99. Pair it with a stein of Alexander Keith. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Edmonton, Stuart Skinner takes the crease tonight for the full 60 minutes against Seattle. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl share line with Trent Frederic, Evan Bouchard, and Matthias Ekholm as the first defensive pairing. That one gets going at 7 o'clock. And around the league, the Flames take on the Canucks at 8 with Florida and Carolina opening the night momentarily. Elks injury report. Jared Brinkman, Nick Anderson missed practice for the second straight day. Anderson with a hip injury. Brinkman sidelined with a toe and shoulder issue. While from Kansas, Xavier Worthy returned to practice for the Chiefs after he's been out since game 1 of the season with a shoulder injury. Kansas City plays Baltimore on Sunday. Meanwhile, Anthony Santander is back for the Jays. Toronto and Boston play ball just after 5. Jays losing 4-1 in the opener yesterday. Max Scherzer gets a call for Toronto tonight. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. It's 1 minute after 4. Jay and I are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Catch every Blue Jays game at the Canadian Brewhouse. Try our $7.99 gourmet hot dog with cactus chips, Springer Dinger, Vladdy Daddy, and more. Plus $1 off Bud and Bud Light tankards during the game. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house is your house. They got that retractable roof there, eh? What's next? What's next? Bigger bases? Oilers tonight at 7. Elks on Saturday. We'll talk more Oilers and more about your football team as we move along throughout the show. I love watching the Ryder Cup, and it's coming up this weekend. We welcome host and producer of Golf Talk Canada TV and radio and a play-by-play announcer for PGA Tour Radio, Mark Zucchino, checking in. Mark, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm good, gents. Who doesn't love that Ryder Cup, that early Friday morning first tee shot? I mean, that's about as much electricity as you can find on a golf course, right? It's I tell everybody who's never been, it's the best kind of 30 minutes of any golf tournament in person on the planet, or potentially any sports event. And then it's really hard to watch golf after that. So, but the first 30 minutes are great. So,
well, I probably don't watch it as much as I used to. Because, I mean, it was great to watch when you're a university student, if you don't start classes till noon on a Friday, or if you're done at noon on a Friday. But I love seeing it when I can. And I love it's the same two nations or teams, group of nations every year. Like, can you describe, like, how is it actual hatred when they get out there and play against each? Like, it's like, I remember watching the 91 Ryder Cup, right? And that longer putt. Like, I didn't really care, but like, I felt tense, right? And you hear these, in years past, wars of word in the media or little things about the chance and all that stuff. Like, how genuine is the tension and possible hatred while they're playing?
Yeah, I think at times you could certainly suggest that it reach the point of hatred or at least strong dislike. And, it kind of really goes back to 1979. That's the first year that, the PGA of America and the European Tour, et cetera, and everyone involved with the Ryder Cup took Jack Nicklaus's advice and said, let's allow continental Europe to play. Let's allow Spain, Germany, Sweden, et cetera, and see if we can make this a competition. It was Nicklaus who pushed for that. And they finally got it done in 85. And when we got to 91, which is what you're referring to, the War by the Shore, as it was nicknamed, at Keel Island, I mean, tensions were high. There was a strong dislike and potentially a hatred. And it's kind of grown from there. And it really stems from a inferiority complex, or what was believed to be an inferiority complex with the European Tour. It was, they were looked at as the second-class tour, second-class players. No one was as good as America. No one was as good as the PGA Tour. This is before the PGA Tour was a global tour like it is today. Back in those days, you kind of really only saw the best Europeans and internationals a handful of times a year. Now, week in, week out on the PGA Tour, half the field, more than half the field can be international at times. So it was really kind of like the little brother, the weak little sister kind of attitude of trying to prove that they belonged, and they would rally around it. And now, Bob, Adam, and I on Golf Talk Canada have all picked Europe to win. And winning on foreign soil as a Ryder Cup team is almost impossible to do. It's happened once in the last 7, 8 Ryder Cups. Happened 2012 on Medina, the last time we really saw a visiting team get it done. So on paper, the Americans are favored. Yes, it's home soil, but man, that European team just knows how to get it done for Ryder Cup.
As a captain of Team USA, Keegan Bradley could set up the course Bethpage Black however he saw fit. How did he set it up, and how much do you feel that favors Team USA?
It's interesting. It's something we used to talk about a lot, because normally in the past it would be a bit more of an asset in my mind anyway to Team USA, because traditionally speaking, Team USA was always through a 12-man roster, the kind of like the playbook on Team USA, so to speak, is they hit it further than the Europeans, but they also hit it a little wider than the Europeans. So, the home captain, like Davis Love did this back in Chicago and whatnot, it was chop down the rough, make it really short so it wasn't penal if you missed the fairway, and make the golf course as long as possible. Now, that is probably going to be the setup this week as well. They've definitely widened the fairways at Bethpage compared to what you see at US Open there, and the rough is by far down. It's going to be very soft. They're getting a ton of rain this week, so it's going to play super long. I'm not so sure, though, that's just as big of an advantage anymore for Team USA as it used to be. I mean, yes, they have Bryson DeChambeau. Certainly, he would be the prototype that fits that box, who hits at an absolute mile all the time and needs a little wiggle room off the tee. It's probably likely Bryson DeChambeau. But if you look at the rest of the roster on Team USA, to me, it doesn't fit. To me, the Europeans hit it as far per guy, if not further. And I'm not so sure it's as a big advantage as what it used to be. The advantage that Team USA has, to be bluntly honest, is a New York sports crowd right now, a Long Island sports crowd. That's the advantage here.
Well, and it's funny you bring that up, because I was reading about this, and Team Europe has been training using virtual reality headsets to, I guess, prepare them for the ribbing that they're going to be taking on Long Island all weekend. Have you ever heard of this, or what do you know more about this VR headset training by Team Europe?
This is all new, guys. This is all stuff in the last couple of years, VR, AI, they showed a tour of the European locker room and dresser room, custom made. It's got frozen baths. It's got hot baths. It's got quiet rooms. These guys are prepared. The one thing, or the book on Luke Donald, was there is no detail that is left open and no page unturned. He is the most detail-oriented captain probably the Europe's ever had, and it was a big success in Rome. Does it travel to the U.S.? We're going to know very quickly. But, if you go back many moons ago, about 10, 15 years ago now, Sergio Garcia, obviously not part of this Ryder Cup team, but if you go back to the U.S. Open at Bethpage in front of those Long Island sports fans, they almost drove Sergio Garcia off property that week at the U.S. Open for constantly re-gripping. He almost had the yips on iron shots and couldn't pull the trigger, and would re-grip, 8, 9, 10, 13 times. And the crowd was letting him hear it. The New York sport fans were relentless. So, that's a U.S. Open. This is going to be dialed up. Spinal Tap 2's out, so why don't we say dialed up to 11, this crowd, right?
That's awesome. One of Reid's favorite quotes. We play it on the show all the time. Well done. Bonus points, Mark Zecchino. Wow. I got to ask you about Scotty Scheffler. 0-2-2 in Rome in the last Ryder Cup. But, he's got to be a guy who plays in all 5 rounds, right?
I would imagine 5 sessions for a few players, and Scotty being one of them. I would imagine 5 sessions for Rory and 5 sessions for Rahm on the European side. We had this chat today on Golf Talk Canada because we were trying to compare him to Tiger, and Tiger did not have a great Ryder Cup record. And it was interesting because he had an intimidation factor, Tiger, that even cast the shadow over his own teams, where, people were in awe of Tiger and couldn't match his intensity. Scotty's starting to get a bit of an aura around him as well, but it's a different kind of aura. There's certainly not an intensity. He brings a calmness, but this is a guy that's just been beating the living daylights out of these guys now for 3 years. And, it's going to be interesting to see who gets to play alongside Scotty Scheffler. All signs point to that being Russell Henley early. Now, Russell Henley, quietly one of the best players in the world. If you were to ask people who the third-ranked golfer in the official world golf ranking is right now, they probably need 30 guesses before you got to Russell Henley, but that's where he sits. So I think when it comes to Russell Henley, he's just got the right demeanor. There's not a lot of highs. There's not a lot of lows. He's kind of got the right demeanor to play alongside the best player on the planet. And it's going to be interesting to see where they're placed. The big debate right now is, are you going out with DeChambeau first, who is certainly the most crowd-friendly, rah, let's go, USA. Are you leading with DeChambeau and his partner, which would likely be against Tyrrell Hatton and John Rahm, which is the sandpaper of the European side? Or if you're Keegan Bradley, you just go, you know what? No. We're not going to go toe-to-toe. We're going to send out calmness and diffuse the situation. I don't know. To me, that sounds more of a road strategy, diffuse the situation. If I'm Keegan Bradley, I'm going out and I'm trying to rally up this crowd. I'm putting DeChambeau out there to get his, legions of bro crowd behind Team USA.
Mark Zecchino joining us from Golf Talk Canada and play-by-play announcer for PGA Tour Radio. The crowds, the noise, the ribbing that Team Europe will take, the chants, everything that goes along with the Ryder Cup. Where do you stand? Because it's really not seen on the PGA Tour other than the Waste Management Open, really, where that one hole is electric. But do you think that there's a point in our lives where this will just become commonplace on the PGA Tour, this rah chanting style crowds? Or do you think that stays away from the tour and is reserved only for events like this?
Yeah, I think like the Waste Management Phoenix Open, it's great once a year. Difference great. And the game of golf quite often, week in and week out, can feel very much the same. And certain events stand out in the calendar that make them special. Augusta obviously being the obvious one. Players Championship, everybody waiting for that Island Green to see if one of the world's best players can implode with the lead and look like everybody else on global television. So would you want an Island Green every week and that's, surrounding? No, it doesn't make it special, right? Would you want a Waste Management every week? No. The Ryder Cup is unique. It's special. It brings, that football crowd type of atmosphere to golf, and it's once every 2 years. And with all due respect to the President's Cup, it's not quite the same at the President's Cup because the international team just hasn't been able to compete. If the international team at the President's Cup could start beating the crap out of Team USA, we might start to get a similar type of vibe at the President's Cup. But for now, it is certainly in a very big shadow of the Ryder Cup. But I just don't see it happening. Also, these guys, I'm around them all the time, guys. These are pampered multi-millionaires, okay? They don't like it. Some of them will feed off of it this week for 3 days, but overall, week in and week out, they're very pampered. They're very high maintenance. We've been covering stories all year about guys that no longer even want to talk to media anymore. So if you think any of these guys are going to put up with Ryder Cup type nonsense during the PGA Tour season, forget it. They're just not going to allow it.
Mark, I want to ask you one more. I love talking about this event, and another thing I find compelling about it, and you alluded to it, is the captains. It's almost like hockey. You got your roster, but what shifts are you going to give the guys, right? And I think I look back, I believe it was 2002. Curtis Strange was the captain, and he got ripped because he put Woods and Mickelson at the end. And Woods' match turned out to be irrelevant. Now, Mickelson also shouldn't lose to Philip Price, who I don't even remember. So you can also say, well, if the players don't perform, it doesn't matter what the captain does. But to me, that's another intriguing thing about this is when it comes down to Sunday, where do you put the big guns in that 12-man lineup, right?
Certainly, especially if it's close. Where do you see potentially the clinching match taking place? Will it come down to the last match? I mean, you've got to project this stuff and figure it out as a captain. And, in 2004, was known for Hal Sutton starting the event with Tiger and Phil, who didn't even at the time were not good buddies, did not want to play together. And he sent them out as a pair. And it was an absolute disaster. And he's taken heat to today for that decision. So there are so many decisions as to when, who, and what format do these players play against. Remember, they're playing alternate shot and better ball before they get to singles. So chemistry amongst these guys and trying to figure out who can fill other players' holes, especially an alternate shot. We call that divorce golf quite quickly, right? Because you got your partner put you in a spot that you've never seen before on the golf course, and you got to know how to deal with that and know how to get out of it. So it's a ton of strategy. It's more strategy than you'll see in any other golf event. I would say that from the Ryder Cup asks more questions than any other event in golf. And that's what I think makes it so interesting.
Yeah, I love it. It's going to be fun watching this weekend. Mark, great having you on the show. Awesome analysis, great stories. Have fun following the Ryder Cup this weekend as well. Hope to talk to you soon.
Anytime, guys. Have a good one.
Mark Zecchino checking in with Golf Talk Canada and does play-by-play for PGA Tour Radio as well. This is one of those events, it's every couple of years. It's a little different. The team format is, yes, quirky for golf. But I think he touched on alternate shot. Like these guys, it's mine. If I'm in trouble, I'll get out of trouble. Well, I can drive it there. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, why'd you drive it there? Right. Yeah. I mean, they don't say that to each other, but you got to have, these guys are, so focused on individual stuff. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm hitting from where this guy, or it's like, I can't believe you hit the rough from there. Now I got to deal with, now I got to hit the sand shot out of the green. It is very tense. I know somebody in the Nasty was poking fun of me, about saying about it's tense and go read stories about this. And the fans are part of it because, the fans get very patriotic or continental-otic, if it's in Europe, about their teams. But I think it was in 97 when the States had a big comeback. I think Justin Leonard made some long putt to win it or tie it. And American fans just hated Colin Montgomery. I don't know if you remember him. They just hated Colin Montgomery. And he was golfing against Payne Stewart, who would be killed a couple years after this. And you can find the video on YouTube. So the Ryder Cup had been decided, I think, but Stewart and Montgomery were still playing their match. And Montgomery was looking over, a fairly lengthy putt, and the crowd was just giving it to him. And Stewart actually stormed across the green and picked up the ball and shook hands with Montgomery. He conceded that hole, and I think it might have been the match because it didn't matter at that point because he was so disgusted by how his own American fans were treating Montgomery. So it gets crazy. Mm-hmm. I know there's no body checking or fighting or direct physical contact or anything like that, but that doesn't mean it can't be nasty or there can't be tension or stare downs or little comments or, the conceded putts, right? Some guys will say you should concede the putt, and sometimes you'll see a guy roll up pretty close, and then the other guy's like, no, you got to putt that. Yeah. So there's little mind games like that.
Makes it interesting. And I think that's what's most exciting about it, right? Is the matchups. I mean, this is really the only time in golf when matchups come into play. And, I find it funny at the same time because are you matching up against, what's more important? Let me ask you this, Reid. Is it the matchup against which Europeans are playing, or is it the matchup for the two players on your team?
When you have a partner.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, or do you just want two guys that feel good together?
Like Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods going out when Hal Sutton put them together, and he's still getting beat up about that because they hated each other at the time.
Nobody would want to show up and be like, hey, you and Jablonski are doing the 4-ball. Yeah. Seriously, why am I with Jablonski? So that's a good point. Yeah, and Mickelson and Woods, and that was the thing. There was Mickelson went off on his own and practiced away from the team. And there were all these stories, Mickelson, bad teammate, won't associate. And then I think the story came out that they were going to use the ball that Tiger used. And he said, I didn't know how that ball behaved on the greens. It's he goes, I needed to go off to a green complex and work on my chipping and my sand shots because that ball spun differently. And these guys actually can control the ball. It's not like us where it's whatever, just give us something round. Oh, this one goes 20 yards further. Not when I hit it, but yeah, so there's something and Mike, the Michigan fan, just put a really cool comment in our nasty chat. And if you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up as well. DeChambeau will likely play with Cam Young as his partner. They both play the Titleist left dot, which is the only ball Bryson can use to keep his ball on the property. So that's a good point. So they got to decide which ball they're going to use. Now, that's for alternate shot, right? For the foursomes, for the four ball, they would each use their own ball. But yeah, for the alternate shot, they got to hit the same ball. So they got to know how it's going to behave. That was good stuff with Mark. That was a great guest. First time I talked to him. 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That is the afternoon inbox, and it is presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. I got to tell you something. I always cheer for the Europeans.
You're like Matt.
Am I a bad boy?
No, I you know what? I and my daughters will ask me this when we're watching Sunday football. When it's not the Commanders. Who are you cheering for? I say, I don't care. I just want it to be a good game.
Right.
Like, I want it to come down to Sunday, the final match. Like, that is excitement.
Yeah, so do I. But if I had to pick, I want I want Europe to break their hearts.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
All right, 4:20. We'll dive into the oil understood for GCL Diesel. More on Frederic with Draisaitl and McDavid tonight. Here comes the Coop.
The Oilers are back home for preseason action against the Kraken. Stuart Skinner gets a start with Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, and Trent Frederic filling out the first line. Puck drop for that one is at 7, and there's 4 games on tap today. Right now, the Panthers and Hurricanes are scoreless with about 11:30 left to go in the first. A 5-on-4 power play wrapping up for Carolina. And for the Elks, Nick Anderson missed practice with a hip injury. Jared Brinkman sitting out with a shoulder and toe issue. While down south, Xavier Worthy was a participant in Chiefs practice. He's been out since game 1 of the season, hurting his shoulder when colliding with teammate Travis Kelce, and has not played since. In the majors, the Red Sox rematch Toronto. Jays losing 4-1 in the series opener yesterday. Max Scherzer to the bump for the Jays. It's Garrett Crochet countering for Boston. First pitch at 5:07. And right now in the majors, just 1 game's underway. Milwaukee up 2-1 over San Diego, bottom of the 7th. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The hockey talk continues on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Stu Johnson, the commissioner of the Canadian Football League.
There is not 1% of my brain power that is focused on anything to do with downs. We are a 3-down game. We are 65 wide with 12 players, 3 downs. We have our yard off the ball and we've got motion. We are a Canadian game.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Whoa, blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon, 25 minutes after 4, along with Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins, Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. It is presented by Play Alberta. Make your bets count for you and everyone else with the Play Alberta app, with hundreds of player prop bets on the biggest leagues, NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, you name it. You're not just playing for fun, you're supporting your province. Play Alberta revenue helps fund Alberta programs and services. Deposit $50 today with promo code YEG50 and get an EST exclusive $50 free bet to get started. Jay's play of the day is on playalberta.ca or on the app.
Yeah, you got about a half hour to get to it. If you wanted to ride with Jay's play of the day, that's over at playalberta.ca, and that is George Springer, 2+ bases, and a Blue Jays win.
Right. They include walks and total bases, right? Yeah, I believe they do.
Yeah, like I had to look into it because I was like, wait, does he actually have to take the base and put it in the dugout?
He's going to take it away, yeah.
Is that classify
Runner,
as...
take your base. Oh, okay.
Everybody's pulling Ricky Henderson
What do I do
out
with
there.
it? Yeah.
Do you remember that when Ricky Henderson, he must have broke the stolen bases record and took the bag?
Oh, yeah, he got to
take the base.
He got to take the base with him, yeah. Yeah. Wasn't there some, you always love those minor league manager meltdowns. You see, well, not all of them. Some of our guy here at Edmonton crossed the line several years ago. But where there was the one guy that he pretended he was a soldier sneaking up and threw the was it the resin bag or the rosin bag? Which is it, resin or rosin?
Rosin.
Then he pretended it was a grenade. Yeah, the one the pitcher uses.
Walks and errors don't count for total bases. Tyler and Terwilliger.
Oh, I wasn't sure if walks
it's going to be a hit base. He just needs a double.
It is off hits, okay. Right, so walks count for on-base percentage, but not for batting average, because a walk doesn't count as an at-bat, but it counts as a plate appearance, but it doesn't count for total bases. I couldn't remember that for sure. Baseball has a lot of fun stats. I used to be huge into the baseball stats, and the baseball simulation games, not as much anymore. But baseball's like
the single-player baseball simulation game? Like the board game thing that you showed me with football?
The cards and dice game, and... Yeah, like over the years, I played a few computer simulation games where you just basically manage. The graphics aren't the thing. There's one called, I actually have it on this computer. Perhaps I can show it to you during the commercial.
Perhaps
it's called Diamond Bind. I played a couple full seasons on it, and I have some other unplayed seasons, and you just manage. I think the website is diamond-mind.com if anybody wants to look it up. So you can get historical seasons. And then when you play those seasons, you can play them with the as-played lineups. So you just, okay, this is how they played on that day. No, you manage. Or you can say, I want to pick the lineup, but you have usage caps. So if Jay Milne was on your team that year and he was hurt, he caps out at 81 games played, or however how many at-bats that was, right?
Okay.
So... And then you can do it with real-life transactions. So if Jay Milne was hurt May 24th and came back June 12th, he'd be off the roster, even if he didn't get hurt in the game you played on May 23rd. And then you can just do free-for-all, where you just, no caps, just play whoever you want. Well, the pitchers would still get tired.
It's fun. We should play it.
Really
we should
fun.
start a
really
season.
Fun. Yeah. Casino Dealer J sounds like a game you could play on a Pentium 486. Yeah, it's just, do I have it? I do have it. Okay, everybody, we're going off the rails. Now, I have not played this for a while, so this is it. I'll show it to Jay.
Okay, while you're setting that up.
Yeah, sorry.
Dave Carson.
Am I being annoying?
Dave from Ewell.
Okay.
No, you're not. Just flipped on for drive home. If you haven't gone through it yet, do you have the starting lineups for tonight? We do. You got McDavid between Draisaitl and Frederic. Tomasek between Järventie and Mangiapane. Lazar, in between Janmark and Hudson, Szymanski, in between Hamlin and Clattenburg, Ekholm, Bouchard, Leppinen, Regula, Millman and Akey, and Skinner in net. And as you said earlier, Skinner is supposed to be going the full distance.
Skinner's expected to go the distance, yeah. So I just picked an exhibition game. Oh, we got to autofill this lineup here. How do you do it? Computer manager. Okay, so this is all it is. So all the Jay is looking at is a computer screen that has the lineup for one team down the left side, the lineup for another team down the right side. In the middle of the screen, in the bottom middle of the screen, is a representation of a baseball diamond with the players in their positions, but just their names, along with some defensive ratings. And then on the top, some commands you can give as a manager. So I'm coaching the defensive team, so I'm gonna challenge the hitter and play a normal defense. And then you just get text. So it goes straight to the result of the at-bat. You can do single pitch, or you can just do it so it goes straight to the result of the at-bat.
How fast can you play a game if you wanted to just get through?
10 to 15 minutes. Like it doesn't take long.
Huh.
Yeah. I should check that it's still functional. I can't even close the program yet. My goodness. Let me just type it in. Diamond. I used to spend a lot of time on this website. Yeah, it is diamond-mind.com. I don't know if they do things this. It's been a while since I bought a season or even played it, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah,
and also you can just dump all the players from a certain season into a draft pool, and then just make your own teams and divisions and draft from there. So it's very.
So these are actual players.
Yes, they are
actual rosters.
But it's also very flexible. You could take everybody from the 2023 season and the 1971 season and dump them into the same league, release them from all their teams, and do a draft.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, I think it's cool. Most people are probably like, what is Reid actually talking about right now? Okay, let's do the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to sensors, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood.
You know, I'm having trouble with my coffee lid here.
What's happening?
I'm just going to have to take the lid off. The little clip that's supposed to hold back where the spout or where the opening is, it keeps falling out and it won't stay in. It's driving me up the wall.
Did they give you the wrong size or something?
No, it's just malfunctioning. Golly. Coffee everywhere.
Well, you got one of your cold brew coffees.
Yeah.
You like the cold brew, right? I finally tried a cold brew.
Huh?
Awful. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Why?
I don't know. It's just, to me, it needs to be a warm beverage. I can have the ice caps and the Frappuccinos, but just coffee, because all they do is make coffee and put ice in it, right? Is there anything else that they do?
Nope.
You have to brew it hot.
Well, I think there are some nitro brews that are different or cold pressed or something. I don't care. Just give me coffee out of a pod and I'll put ice cubes in it.
Now, how come you like your coffee cold?
Well, I don't know. I really don't. I just find it refreshing. Like I'm the kind of guy, if I'm having water, it's got to be cold. It's got to come out of the fridge. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I would leave my bottle of water in the fridge. I just like cold beverages in general.
Okay. So you don't ever drink hot coffee, though?
Sure, I'll have hot coffee, but I don't know. I find this way I don't know, it lasts longer for me. The ice cubes melt into it as the day goes on and kind of soften it. Maybe a little bit more of a gentler flavor, palate.
Well, I tell you, when I had to cover the Dodgers after they moved out to the West Coast, I always liked a good cup of joe mid-afternoon.
Jeff Palmer chiming. Sometimes he just likes to chime in as he's working on his typewriter. I think he likes listening to the show.
I'm trying to keep up with you with all your fancy hellos in the nasty chat. Jeez.
Well, I'm trying to say hello to everybody today.
You're very cordial today. Good for you.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe it's your fancy outfit you got on for the game.
I really don't feel. I appreciate you complimenting my outfit.
Would you care to show people the shoes you're wearing? Just put them up into the frame.
Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to lift my leg that high.
Would you want
I'm not
help?
very flexible.
Like, look at these. These are gray leather shoes.
My groin.
Don't pull anything.
Football the groin.
I said to Reid as soon as he came in, I said, damn, those are fine shoes.
They're just gray shoes.
I know, but I've never seen them, and you're wearing them with gray chino pants.
And look, periodic table socks.
Of course.
I think. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my leg down.
I can help you.
I may not be able to get my leg down. We're going to get people from the Nasty Chat to come in. Is there a paramedic in the net? Is there a yoga instructor? Maharishi, is that what a yoga? I don't even know if that's proper usage of that word. I could have just said something incredibly offensive.
Namaste?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, man, we're off the rails.
What are we talking about?
I think we're supposed to be oil
We got
understood.
one laughing face in the Nasty Chat, so anyway.
It is a good
What were you
fit.
talking about?
Yeah, your outfit.
Well, look, I kind of, okay. People, I'm going to be a not cocky, I'm going to be a grumpy old media guy.
Okay.
I refuse to wear a suit to the preseason games. Ooh. So we have to, you got to have a decent appearance in the press box. You got to have a business casual.
Well, you normally would wear a suit jacket.
I will normally wear a suit and often a tie.
Yeah.
I usually will wear a full suit with a tie.
Like playoffs were ties. I know there was a couple games last year you wouldn't have the tie, but it was still a dress shirt with a nice blazer.
Yes, I would. Yeah, and sometimes I would come for the home games. I would come to work in. I wouldn't usually wear my suit jacket.
You'd leave the jacket
but
in
I'd
the
put it on
bullpen.
for the last segment.
Yeah.
Now I do have my light blue suit jacket in the car, so I'll wear it over this tonight.
You can be hot. I guess it's not up there.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
I will not in Rogers Place.
True.
I will not be hot. So
is that the feel in general up in the press box for
that's me
preseason games?
That's just me. Well, Gene's got to wear a suit because he's on camera.
Sure. Is Uwanuk going to be there tonight?
Oh, I don't know.
Would we be interested to see what he wears?
He probably won't.
Tom will be there.
Tom will be there. I don't think Tom will wear us, but Tom always looks good. Like I have to think about how I might look half-assed presented. Tom just gets up and looks amazing.
You look great. That ensemble today is just
as you know, burgundy/purple is my color.
It is.
There's one color that kind of brings out my eyes.
It really brings out your eyebrows. Yes.
But I think, okay, quite frankly, everybody, and people are going to think I'm being really, really awful because I get to go to every Oilers game. I realize I'm very lucky to see it in person.
Sure.
It is an exhibition game is beneath me wearing a suit.
Oh my God.
This is like an anaconda taking down a pig.
What else do you want me to say?
Oh, Reid.
Why would I do it?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough statement. I appreciate your honesty.
All I could do is be honest. I don't need to suit up for a preseason game. Now, some writers will kind of dress like this all the time. But when I was working for the rights holder, and then there reached a point where I was doing the face-off show and overtime open line in public in Studio 99, you got to wear a suit, right? And then you wear a suit in the Benny's funny. In the chat. So, I would wear a suit. So I just kept wearing a suit. Why not? It's fun.
I mean, you're the guy that could read the room as well as anybody there. And I think you're somewhat of an elder statesman up in the press box, right?
I'm a medium
You can
statesman.
set the tone.
I'm a medium statesman.
Use your years of service to your advantage.
But I think this is fine. I could wear this to a regular season game.
Yeah, you could.
I've worn sweaters now ever since I've not been broadcasting the games.
You throw a blazer over that, and that outfit's
maybe
popping.
someday I'll wear my running clothes and just put a blazer on.
Why not? It's a new world, Reid.
By the way, I went for a run this morning. It is autumn. It was autumnal weather.
Yeah.
So I ran from 8 to 8:30 along River Valley Road. It was a little chilly when I started. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was 10, so it wasn't bad. And it warmed up.
Do you drive down to River Valley Road?
I drive down to Government House Park.
Right.
So that's the only reason I know the name of the park because I've been using it for running for years. So it's if you're going south on Groat Road, and then you reach the point where Groat Road turns into River Valley Road, and people are merging off Victoria Hill.
Just
it's
on
that
the right.
park right on the right.
Just to the
and
west.
then once you're down there, you can run west into the park and go all the way to 149th if you want to go that far, or you can just go along River Valley Road to the east. So that's what I did. I just ran 15 minutes out and 15 minutes and 40 seconds back because it took me longer coming back. But yeah, it's getting
pace.
It's getting chillier. Not great. I think I was 6:19, so
That's not bad.
I had a 6:11 pace, but I'm still just basically doing about 5K.
Okay, 5K. That's good.
I did a little under 5K.
I'm going to run 5K tomorrow. I'm probably going to be closer to 6.
I ran 4.85K in 30 minutes and 40 seconds. When I was the better runner, I would have done probably 5.5K in that time or close. But hey, I'm getting back into it. I'm active. I'm moving around. I'm enjoying it. Then there were not a lot of people out today either. I noticed that. Box Pounder played Stratomatic baseball. Yeah, that was a big cards and dice game. I think that is still being made. Benny, our own Benny in the Nasty Chat, says those gorgeous eyes. Thank you, Ben. I think I appreciate that. Not sure how I feel about that one.
Yes.
Very good.
Gorgeous.
We are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankers. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. We'll get to some more Oilers audio. Finally. When we get back, here comes the Coop.
Edmonton's Stuart Skinner takes a crease tonight for the full 60 minutes against the Kraken. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl share a line with Trent Frederic, having Evan Bouchard and Matthias Ekholm as the first defensive pairing. That one gets going at 7 o'clock. And right now, Florida trails Carolina 2-0. Jesper Kotkaniemi getting the Canes' second goal of the game. There's about 2.5 minutes left in the first. After that, the Flames and Canucks drop the puck at 8 o'clock. An Elks injury report, Jared Brinkman. Nick Anderson missed practice for the second straight day. Anderson with a hip injury. Brinkman sidelined with a toe and shoulder issue. While from Kansas, Xavier Worthy returned to practice for the Chiefs. He's been out of action since dislocating his shoulder in the season opener. The Chiefs and Ravens play this Sunday. Meanwhile, Anthony Santander is back for the Jays. Toronto and Boston play ball just after 5. Jays losing 4-1 in the opener. Max Scherzer gets a call for Toronto tonight. And right now, 2 games are live, including the Brewers up 2-1 over the Padres, bottom of the 8th. The Oil Understood for GCL Diesel is next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're in the loop.
The EST Hangout.
It says R.I.P. Rouge. I made you guys a 2.
Wait, hang on. Belsy, you and I said we would do this.
We did it. We were right the whole time.
Bye-bye, Rouge.
All you people
Bye-bye,
that
Rouge.
chastised us, we did it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Need extra space for products, tools, or seasonal stock? Sentinel Storage gives your business flexible storage and the room to grow. Affordable storage that scales with you. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Win big this NFL season at the Canadian Brewhouse presented by Bud Light. You could win a trip to Super Bowl 60, plus prizes like smokers, Bud Light coolers, and a trip to an NFL home opener next season. Enjoy $1 off Bud Light and Budweiser tankers. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Okay, Oilers and Seattle Kraken in exhibition action tonight at Rogers Place. 7 o'clock game. It is available to watch on Oilers Plus. It is not on Sportsnet. Well, it's on Sportsnet Plus, but I think you have to pay for that. Is that what you've found?
TBD, bro.
Yeah, you can't get it on your conventional.
If it's on, I'll watch it. If it's not, I'll listen to the sultry sounds of Cam Moon.
Yeah, you like Mooner.
He's a beautiful man.
He's a very nice guy.
I gave you special instructions for him tonight.
You certainly did. I may not execute them exactly as you pass them on, but I will tell him, I guess, perhaps, what you said. The Oil understood for GCL Diesel. So McDavid with Draisaitl and Frederic. So McDavid and Draisaitl getting into action tonight. Tomasek between Järventie and Mangiapane. It's Mangiapane, right? Is that how we decided it has to be?
Yeah, that's what, Gazzola says, Mangiapane.
Pane, not Pani. Okay.
Oh, Pane, for sure.
Pane. Lazar.
Isn't it like, he says it breaks down to like eat bread?
I think so, yeah.
Manja.
Right.
Lazar, former Oil King. Between Janmark and Hudson. Szymanski with Hamblin and Clattenburg. Ekholm with Bouchard. Lepidin with Regula. Milman with Akey. Skinner expected to go the full way in net, backed up by Janssen. Now, Frederic's going to play on the wing tonight, but Knoblauch was asked about having Frederic at center as the season goes on.
Well, I do like him doing some reps playing center because we're always looking for center because of what we do with our lineup, injuries. You like to have some flexibility and guys being able to move there. But I do want to have him play with those guys for a little bit and get some chemistry. Freddie hasn't had the opportunity to play top six very much in his career, and feel that hopefully he can complement him. He's really good on the walls. I don't think he gets appreciated enough for the playmaking abilities that he does have. And then he's also a big body that, is not afraid to get to the net. And playing with those guys, they like to have the puck, and you don't need another guy to hog the puck from those guys. You want a guy to retrieve it, get it to him, get to the net, and I think Freddie's pretty comfortable doing that.
All right. Yeah, it's interesting to me that this is happening, but it's even more interesting to me that he said yesterday that's probably how we're going to start the season, that's already made up. And I just wonder if that throws the other center positions and the other lines into a bit of disarray. Now, look, they're seeing things in camp. They have more tape and analysis on players than we have. But, okay, are you with me? Because I always say this, and I don't mean this as any disrespect to the player, because he's maybe later this season he's going to become the longest serving Oiler of all time. But I prefer Nugent Hopkins on the wing at this point, given the way the roster is constructed. Yes or no?
I think that a big question mark with that is Frederic. Because, look, last year he started on the wing and he moved into center because Knoblauch said he wanted him to be around the puck more. And that, in that short term when he was there,
because he had that 9 points in 4 games, and I think McDavid was hurt for all or some of that.
It proved to be a smart move.
Right.
It depends on the other pieces, I think, more than it does on Nuge's, I guess.
No, I think Nuge should be on the wing. Like, I think you could have Hyman out and still have Nuge on the wing. Like, I think you could go McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Frederic if you want Frederic up there, and then have Draisaitl centering. But I think you could have Hyman out and still have McDavid, Draisaitl, Frederic, and then Lazar or Philp as your centers. Henrique is a winger, Nuge is a winger, and then you still are moving guys around. But I'm a little bit surprised at this alignment. I know it's the preseason, but they're also saying they're gonna do it this way. Now, I don't know. Again, maybe they have some vision of Nuge with Mangiapane and somebody else, or they're really confident in Savoy and or Howard. Like maybe. I think Knoblauch's pushed a lot of the right buttons the last couple of years, so I grant him that. But to me, the line that's going to be top tonight, McDavid, Draisaitl, and Frederic, I thought that those would still be the top 3 centers to start the season. And he's always already kind of said that's going to be a line. I'm surprised about that.
I agree. Is this, I mean, obviously this isn't any sort of a tryout for McDavid and Draisaitl playing together.
No. And they can always go away from it, of course. Of course.
Well, I'll have more questions for you on that when we get to buying or selling for Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Okay. We got a very special guest here and a story that we want to tell because it's pretty important. Joan Forge is checking in. Joan, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing very well. Thanks a lot for making time for us. So the Elks play the Riders on Saturday, so that's cool. That's coming up. But something big tomorrow. I hope I'm going to say the name of it right. You please correct me if I'm wrong. The EE Game Changers Women's Training Camp.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, you're the expert here. You're involved. What's going on? Why is this special?
It's special because it's a fundraiser for ovarian cancer research. We started the Women's Dinner back in 2008 after losing a long-time member of the Eskimos family, Pam Monastersky. And the dinner went on for a number of years and established an endowment fund, named a room after Pam at the Lois Hole Hospital, but it started to get a little tired. So here we are. We're going to do a training camp instead of a dinner.
Okay, and what is going to happen at the training camp?
So you'll come at 5 o'clock, have sluice juice in the locker room. Typically, we before had champagne in the locker room, but this is much more casual. You wear your runners, you wear your comfy pants, you get a T-shirt in advance, or you'll get it when you come to the door. Have sluice juice in the locker room, then we head out on the field, and it'll be set up just like a combine. There will be different stations where you can learn to punt a ball, throw a ball, catch a ball, maybe tackle a tackle dummy. And if you don't want to be physical, there's non-physical stations like a photo booth on the bench. You can talk to some of the female CFL officials. You can learn how to tape an ankle or talk to the trainers, take a back of the house tour of the locker room. And we have cocktails and music playing in the background and an excellent shopping experience at the silent auction. And it's hosted by Kate Burness.
Okay, well, okay, amazing. So this is a full football experience, except the Elks players probably don't have sluice juice and cocktails while they're on the field. But a lot of cool different options. I now was this because I remember probably 20 years ago, a friend of mine who I'd known since university. She got married. Her husband, as a surprise, sent her to Football 101 that I think got women on the field. Is this inspired by that? A little bit?
A little bit. Football 101 was more often than not in a room, like a meeting room, and talking about it as opposed to actually doing it. I understand there might have been a couple of years where they did some, but I wasn't there for that part. But I did take Football 101 a few times.
Okay, so you've gone through that kind of stuff. Look, I hope you don't mind me asking, but I have done several of these types of interviews over the years, and I have found that usually people don't mind sharing. Just for your involvement in this, was it inspired by someone close to you who has battled or is battling cancer?
It was Pam Monastersky.
Okay.
So my husband was with the Eskimos at the time, and we were all much younger then, and we were close to Pam. She was also a good friend. She worked for Hugh Campbell for quite a number of years as his chief of staff, and all the players and the staff and the wives and spouses, we all really adored Pam. And she passed away of ovarian cancer, and it shook us up. So the next year after she passed away, we decided we needed to do something in her honor. So that's the history of the starting of the Women's Dinner. And now we've reimagined it into a training camp, but she's still our inspiration.
Okay. GoElks.com/Game Changers if people want to check it out, or I just Googled Double E Game Changers and you can get the page that way as well. Now, can people still go in? Do you have space left?
We still have a few tickets left. They're $175, and that includes everything.
Okay. Did I miss anything important?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I like starting out with Go Elks, Go for Saturday. Game Changers first, and then Go Elks.
Yeah.
Well, let's get your thoughts here, Joan. What do you think is going to happen on Saturday? Do you still have faith?
I do. We just need to take it that one step further.
or have the game end 10 seconds earlier.
Well, there is that too.
Depending on what's going on. I don't know if will any current coaches or players be around tomorrow, or are they too busy?
I meant to mention that actually our president, Kris Morris, our GM, Ed Hervey, and head coach, Mark Killam, will be in the Sluice Juice party in the locker room. And then each of the stations will be hosted by a player. So you'll get to see the players. Eddie Steele, one of the alumni guys, will be driving the fire truck. So the people that bought a team get a ride in the fire truck. And there'll be other alumni there at the reception too to sign autographs and say hi and have some fun.
Perfect. Well, I hope it's a great night, and I hope it raises a lot for ovarian cancer research. So thank you so much for doing this. Thanks for informing everybody about it. Again, goelks.com/gamechangers. Joan Forge, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good day.
That is great stuff. That is going to be quite an event tomorrow for the ladies involved. That's really cool. And again, good for the team.
Yeah.
This, and I'm not saying it totally went away, but it did change some years. I mean, the mandate of this leadership group, Larry Thompson, owner, Chris Morris, president, Ed Hervey, GM, Mark Killam, coach, is that we win on the field, and they're still working on that. Let's face it. You and I have talked a lot about that.
Yeah.
Hopefully some steps in the right direction, but you got to win in the community. And I think that there, for a large, my impression anyway, for most of the history of the Double E, that if a player or an alumni was asked to be involved in something like this, it was an automatic yes, unless there was some crazy extenuating circumstance. It
wasn't so much of an ask.
It was assumed. Yep.
Yeah. This is what
I wear green and gold. I don't care which name it was. I do this.
Yeah.
I think some connect. I know there's alumni who were unhappy about how they treated in the past, and maybe there was some distance with the organization. So tomorrow you got the president, coach, GM, you got current players, and you got alumni all involved.
Fantastic.
And it's all for a great cause. So I'm glad the Double E are doing that. I think they deserve credit for this, and people like Joan organizing it.
Can I ask you, if you had the chance to do, and I don't know how to explain this best, but maybe not like a combine like that, but let's say because you never played football, right? Like physical contact football?
Not organized football.
Because did I ever tell you when I played Bears, Bob Stauffer called our games?
Yes, of course. Yep.
He demanded one day to put on the pads, and he wanted to partake in practice.
He demanded?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He wanted to show the boys that he still had it. Well, that was interesting. I don't think it went as well for him as he would have hoped. He might have got his bell rung a couple times. But what would you want to do?
Hold on. What did Stoff do? Did he carry the ball and get hit?
Yeah, by Ryan David, our star Canada
go ahead
West middle linebacker.
Like, I'd be dead. Like, I know that I'd be dead. 22-year-old me would have been dead.
No, he did it for one play, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Helmets and shoulder pads, and that was it.
Like, if I were to do that, I'd say, hey, guys, let's have some fun with this. What can I do where I won't get hit?
What would you do? What would you want to do in pads? Would you want to know what it's like to be tackled? Would you want to know what it's like to be
I'd want to try
press defended,
I'd want to try to field a punt.
Would you? Oh, that's a great answer.
I probably couldn't even judge where it was going to come down.
Oh, that's a fantastic answer.
But I'd want gloves, though, to try to catch it. Because you were buzzing the ball at me yesterday. I'm like, I need gloves.
Yeah. That's a great answer.
I'd show up in big mittens.
Because there's machines that'll do that. They're called jugs machines, where they fling the football out.
Oh, right.
And you can point them up, and they can simulate a punt.
Yeah. I think that would be fun. Or maybe just... Or maybe I'd be telling O-line, like I'd line up, I'd say, okay, Beard, I'm going to try to rush you.
Yeah.
Like, show me how you block, but like, don't actually obliterate me. Like, just tie me up until I want to see how hard it is to try to get past you.
Yeah.
But for me, and I think the players would respect that, especially since I'm 51 and I'm 5'8". Like, I don't think they would want to hurt you either, right? Like, Stoff, they might have wanted to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Because because I think that's the attitude. Like, if I got to do this with the current team and I strutted onto the field and I was like, I'm not that much slower than you guys. If I trained, I'd be in the CFL. They would be like, hey, we're going to wreck this guy. If I went in there and I was like, hey, I know you guys are good. I just want to try to see if I can catch like a simple pass, right? Or run a 5-yard in.
I think that would be good to go and say, I want to pass rush you, David Beard.
Right.
And see if I can beat you.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Why
I
not?
wouldn't be able to beat him, but I want to see actually how much space you take up. Like, I want to see, okay, I'm going to try to swing way around. Oh, David's still there.
When I was done playing Bears, I played flag football for a few years. Pretty competitive.
Yeah.
We were in Div 1, and we went to provincials. And we were short guys, so I was playing rush on defense as well as receiver on offense.
Oh, right.
Guess who I was rushing against?
From that age
The
group?
provincials were in Calgary. In the final.
Mark
the provincial
Killam.
final.
Mark
No.
Killam.
Rocco Romano.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah. Probably one of the greatest Stampeder offensive linemen in their history. He would just bottle you up. His arms were the width of this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would either say, hey, I want to see if I can actually get under a punt and try to catch it or get close to it.
You wouldn't want to just be thumped, like just from,
No, because I'd be dead.
I don't think you would. You'd just know what it feels like. I think you'd appreciate it. Wouldn't maybe you'd be surprised it didn't hurt as much.
If Jake Ceresna tackled me.
Not tackled, just a good bang.
Well, that'd be fine.
Just a shoulder.
I'd fall down.
A helmet to
I'd
your
very
chest.
likely fall down.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, $18.99 prime rib special, available 7 days a week, except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night, available for dine-in and takeout. Again, not available on show nights. The off-topic topic for William Huff, what's the worst or most annoying chant at a sporting event? This is inspired by the USA that you are going to hear at the Ryder Cup coming up on the weekend. We had some earlier, so we'll go back to this. Most annoying or worst sporting event chant. I said, "You the man," or is it Baba Bluey, whoever. I don't like that one.
Ref, you suck. Ref, you suck.
He doesn't like that one.
No.
Yeah, because the refs get mad at you. Okay, we have buying or selling. We have fired up. Oh, we have crunching the numbers. We got to find words of the day. Fun final hour ahead.
Two guys and a goalie.
The thought I had this morning is, what if he is making this we'll call it a political decision to have eyes on him, not falling on a sword, but carrying a shield, as it were. Because if everyone's asking questions about him, guess what they're not asking about? Guess who hasn't been swamped with stuff heading into the season? Stuart Skinner, Darnell Nurse, Evan Bouchard.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Train furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Train. Train, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today.
Fall football in your living room just became the Fan Zone. Before you move in the giant screen, make space to cheer on your favorite team with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Edmonton's Vasily Podkolzin is taking a leave of absence from the team with his father suddenly passing away last night. He returns to Russia to be with his family. And tonight, the Oilers play host to the Kraken. Stuart Skinner gets a start. Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, and Trent Frederic filling out the first line. Puck drop goes at 7 with 4 other games on tap. Just one live right now after 20 minutes. The Hurricanes lead the Panthers 2-0. And for the Elks, Nick Anderson missed practice with a hip injury. Jared Brinkman sitting out with a shoulder and toe issue, while down south, Xavier Worthy was a participant in Chiefs practice. He continues to recover from a shoulder injury that he suffered in the season opener. In the majors, the Jays and Red Sox rematch. Max Scherzer to the bump for Toronto. First pitch at 5:07. And Anthony Santander's return to play for Toronto. 3 games are live, including the Rays up 2-0 on the Orioles in the second inning. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Okay, yeah, that's sad news there. Vasily Podkolzin's father passing away just the day after his son signs a new contract. So Podkolzin has taken a leave of absence from the Oilers to return to Russia to be with his family. So really tough for Podkolzin. We wish him the best. Obviously, we don't know how long he's going to be gone or anything like that. But sad story there from Edmonton Oilers camp. The Oilers do play tonight against the Seattle Kraken. That's at 7 o'clock. This morning, Leon Draisaitl, who's been a big fan of Vasily Podkolzin's, was asked about his teammate getting that new contract extension.
Yeah, extremely happy. There's no guy that deserves it more than him. He's the ultimate pro. He was such a great teammate. He'd do anything for this group. So he deserves it, and I think we're all extremely happy to have him.
Yeah, a lot of the talk around the contract yesterday was that there's still more potential in him. You see that, I imagine.
Oh yeah, I see a lot of upside in him. He's a really smart, bright hockey mind. He really understands the game, and obviously with his work ethic, it's just a matter of time, I think, until it all kind of clicks, right? Could see it a little bit last year, but I think year by year you're going to see more and more on the offensive side of things as well. So I think there's a lot of upside, and I got all the confidence in the world that he'll show it.
Okay. Yeah. So really sad news for Vasily Podkolzin. Again, he takes a leave of absence from the Oilers to go to Russia as his father has passed away. Tonight, Draisaitl with McDavid and Frederic. That's interesting. Mangiapane, I'm going to get to see him play in person. Lazar out there. Here's the thing. Lazar and Philip are in competition here, I think. And Philip had a pretty good game last night. He got 2 assists. I think Lazar knows where he's at in his career, but he wants to play. Philip is trying to get into the lineup more than he was last year. So I do think there's some competition there. Ekholm with Bouchard on the back end. This Atro Lepinen might be an interesting guy to watch. He's going to be paired with Alec Regula, who was constantly on the injured list last year. So he's getting back into action. Lepinen, I was watching him last night, and I know Bob and Cam on the radio broadcast were speaking highly of him as well. He can move around, seems to have good sense with the puck of where to put it, where to get it to. He was a high-scoring player in Finland, so he's going to play tonight. And Kris Knoblauch, the head coach of the team, was asked what has stood out about Lepinen.
His playmaking, being able to make those slick little passes, slipping it underneath a forechecker stick, or, spinning off a guy to break the puck out. I think he's still getting used to the smaller ice area, the confinements of it. But I think for just coming over here, and he's put in a pretty strong showing.
All right, so that's another player to keep an eye on tonight. What do we have? We have tickets to give away to tonight. Okay, by the way, we're giving away Elks tickets
later
in the show. So obviously in the last 46 minutes.
The Elks tickets are courtesy of Play Alberta. Right. We're going to give them later on in the show. Patty from the Brew House, our lovely studio sponsor here, he sent this in. He says, "Afternoon, boys. It's Patty from the Brew House. I have 4 tickets to tonight's Oilers game. I would love to give them away. Can you please help me?"
We can.
I said, anything for you, Patty. So what are we going to do here, Reid? We're going to ask a trivia.
I got to do trivia. I can't just give them away.
Yeah, no.
I can't just give them away. I got to do trivia.
Let's do trivia.
Relatively easy trivia question, though, since we have to get it on the spot.
And the answer has to come in on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox at 780-218-9999. Frederic, what is the question?
Who led the Oilers in regular season goal scoring in the 05-06 regular season? I used regular season extraneously there.
You're just confirming.
I'm just confirming. Yeah, who was the Oilers' regular season goal scoring leader in 05-06? Goals, not points, just goals. I think this is pretty easy.
Coop's thinking.
Was Coop born?
I was 3 years old.
Okay.
2 years old, actually, while entering the season.
Yeah. It was obviously not the guy who led them in playoff goal scoring.
And obviously, if you can, please be able to go to the game, use the tickets.
Yeah, use the tickets tonight. Be able to use. Well, I mean, it's less than 2 hours until game time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and let's face it, there ain't much resale value for this one. If you're thinking like, oh, I'm going to get the tickets for free, and no, just go to the game.
Well, great opportunity to take your kids to a game.
Yeah,
go check out the arena. Get into the vibes and the feels of hockey season.
Yeah. Yell, "It's tentacle time" when the Kraken skate out onto the ice. They love that. Got a winner already, I hope. Shouldn't have taken long. Who got it?
Nolan from St. Albert.
Person? Dun, da, da, da. Jeez.
Nolan from St. Albert, you have won. Oh, gosh. He says, don't pick me, please. I'm actually not sure if I can go.
Okay.
So I will go to the next
Nolan,
one.
you're not a winner.
Department of Nuge Defense.
Wah, wah. There, now you got another sound effect, Coop.
Department of Nuge Defense got it. And the correct answer?
Well, who is it?
Ryan Smith.
Ryan Smith had 36 goals in 75 games.
Oh, lots of correct answers coming in, but Department of Defense, I will be in touch with you via text so that we can get you these tickets.
That regular season, how many 20-goal scorers do you think the Oilers had that year? I know this is a tough question.
4.
Correct. Do you want to take a stab at one other one, just for the heck of it?
05-06?
05-06, so the team that went to the Cup final.
Hemsky.
Had 19.
Oh, my gosh.
So Stoll and Horkoff both had 22. Rafi Torres had 27. Did we interview him during the playoffs? I have interviewed him. Did we have him on this show or not? I can't remember.
I don't know.
We had Mike Smith on the day we were at Popeyes.
That was fantastic.
That was fun. All right, so that is the trivia question, and we'll give away Elks tickets a little bit later on. Time for Buying or Selling, presented by Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out. DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Okay, what do you want to start with? Do you want to start with Oilers or do you want to start with Ryder Cup?
Oh, I don't care. Ryder Cup.
Okay, we'll start with Oilers. This game, Benny and I were sitting around, and he actually suggested this one. Let's see what you have to say. Because we were talking about the line of McDavid, Draisaitl, and Frederic. Buying or selling, McDavid, Draisaitl, and Frederic are the line you see Wednesday, October 8th, when the Oilers open the season against Calgary.
Buying.
Definitively buying.
Well, that's what Knoblauch has said. Now, we have to look at this from all the angles. It's tragic that Podkolzin has lost his father, but I think now from a lineup standpoint, you have to wonder how long he is away. And is this another top 9 forward along with Hyman that will not be available on opening day? And how will that shake things out? This is very sad news. And then you wonder about Podkolzin, the person, and the player. The year Adam Larson lost his father mid-season, he missed a lot of playing time. And quite frankly, he wasn't the same when he was in the lineup. clearly your mind is elsewhere.
Yeah, sad news for sure. Okay, let's lighten things up here a bit.
Okay.
Do a little fun facts about the Ryder Cup. The Ryder Cup, this is buying or selling, aka true or false. The Ryder Cup itself, the trophy.
This is trivia.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
The Ryder Cup trophy is valued at over $600,000.
Oh, I'll say that's got to be true. That has to be true. You wouldn't ask that if it well, you wouldn't give you that specific amount.
The Ryder Cup trophy is made out of gold. Stands 17 inches tall, 9 inches from handle to handle, and weighs 4 pounds. It was commissioned by the event's founder, Samuel Ryder, in 1927 for the original contest. And yes, valued at over $600,000.
Okay.
Each captain submits a sealed envelope prior to the start of the Ryder Cup. What is in this envelope?
The lineups. Seriously?
Yes.
Okay.
Seriously. It's a sealed envelope.
He doesn't put the lineups in there? My God, what do they put?
This is prior to the singles matches. Sorry.
Yeah, prior to the singles matchups. He puts his 12-man lineup in there, what order they're going to play. He doesn't.
He doesn't.
He puts who's going to play in the event of a tie, which golfer will play
close
playoff holes.
But wrong.
He puts what they want for dinner.
Ooh, good guess. Each captain is required to submit a sealed envelope with the name of one of his players that he would pull out of the competition in the event of an injury withdrawal from the opposing team.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So one player in the singles matches that he would have exit the tournament if somebody on Team Europe, say, got injured.
Oh, wow.
So it's equal numbers of players.
Because I believe in that famous 1991 match, I think one of the players was injured in a car crash the morning of the Sunday singles matches, and his match was declared a what do they call it? A tie. All square. That's what I was thinking of. It was declared all square.
Yes.
Right.
The trophy given to the winning team is a replica.
Yeah, I'll say yes. It's like the Stanley Cup.
Correct.
Well, it's like there's more than one. Yeah.
The Professional Golf Association of Great Britain and Ireland own the original Ryder Cup trophy. It is kept at their headquarters in Great Britain and is not given to the winning team.
Okay.
The PGA Tour, or the PGA of America, also owns an exact replica of the trophy.
Okay, cool.
Now, this one was kind of answered earlier by Mark Cicchino, but we'll hear.
I may not remember. It was
the Ryder Cup was originally the U.S. versus Great Britain.
It was originally
U.S. versus Great Britain.
It was Great Britain, then it was Great Britain and Ireland, and then it was Europe, right?
Originally, the international opponents to the U.S. were only made up of players from Great Britain. In 1979, the team was opened to all of Europe to make the matches more competitive. Since then, the European team has won the trophy 11 times compared to the USA's 9 victories.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, I knew it used to be. I thought there was something else that they added, just Ireland at one point. Maybe not.
That's it.
That's buying or selling.
Did you learn anything?
Well, I learned about the replica trophies. Well, I learned about the sealed envelope. I did not know that they did that. That they specifically said that they had to declare ahead of time which guy would come out.
Yes.
I thought it would just be, Tiger's playing Rory. Rory's sick, so that match doesn't happen.
The figure of the golfer on the lid of the trophy is the event's founder, Samuel Ryder.
Sure. Who else would it be? I don't know.
Great question.
Who is it?
It's not Samuel Ryder.
Who is it? Is it old Tom Morris?
Who could forget? It's old Abe Mitchell.
It's Abe Mitchell.
A British professional golfer who was a friend and golf instructor of Samuel Ryder. Abe Mitchell played in 3 Ryder Cup competitions.
Oh, sweet.
So that little figure is old Abe Mitchell.
Oh, nice.
Can't say you didn't learn anything today.
No, I learned a lot today. I feel, I think that there's really Well, I have too many sound bites. There it is.
Oh, Papa Homer, you are so learned.
Learned, son. It's pronounced learned.
What is that sound at the start of that bite? It sounds like...
Oh, Papa Homer, you are so learned.
I think they're in the backyard having...
Sounds like a Maggie soother.
No.
Oh, Papa Homer, you are so learned.
They're sitting outside on lawn chairs and they might be
Learned,
drinking
son.
Pepsi or something.
It's pronounced
Because that's the scene where he's
learned.
like, I love you, Pepsi. It's Peppy. I don't know what it is. You have to go back and watch it. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Players can get a $50 casino bonus by depositing $50 and using the code EST Casino. You can get a $50 free sports bet by depositing $50 and using the code EST Sports. Don't forget to use your game sense. Did you find it already?
No.
Okay, I thought you were going to look it up. That stuff really doesn't. It's okay. 780-218-9999. Yeah, it's Homer drinking through a straw. That's what I thought it was.
That makes sense.
Because they're having drinks in the back. In the back. 780-218-9999. The River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Crunching the numbers when we get back. Here's the Coop.
After the sudden passing of his father last night, Vasily Podkolzin of the Oilers is taking a leave of absence from the team to return home to Russia to be with his family. And from Rogers Place tonight, Stuart Skinner takes the crease for the full 60 minutes against the Kraken. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl share the top line with Trent Frederic, Evan Bouchard, and Matthias Ekholm as the first defensive pairing. That one gets going at 7 o'clock. And right now, midway through the second, the Canes have stormed the Panthers 2-0, outshooting the Cats 28-4. At 8 o'clock, it's the Flames and Canucks dropping the puck. Top of the first, the Jays have been hit with 3 runs down, 3-0 to the Red Sox. Boston has 2 outs with a runner on first and third. Max Scherzer pitching for Toronto. And Elks injury report, Jared Brinkman and Nick Anderson missing practice for the second straight day. Anderson with a hip injury. Brinkman sidelined with a toe and shoulder issue. While from Kansas, Xavier Worthy returned to practice for the Chiefs. He's been out since the season opener, dislocating his shoulder against the Chargers. The Reid Wilkins Show continues with Crunching the Numbers next. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Another interesting tidbit from Coach Kris Knoblauch. He wants to see Nuge more at center. Do you like that?
I don't mind it. I think that could still change too. I'll add Henrique was on the wing yesterday. We could see those guys shuffle around, but he mentioned Frederic as well, his ability to play center. And
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. 2 bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Need extra space for products, tools, or seasonal stock? Sentinel Storage gives your business flexible storage and the room to grow. Affordable storage that scales with you. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Must you click? Click. Must you click? Come. Click.
There it is, the Thumb Click remix is put together by Zachary Kubish. If you're taking us in on YouTube, click that thumbs up button, give us a like. We need 15 thumbs to get to 100, so let's get there. If you've already clicked, click share instead and send the show link off to somebody else so they can sample it and they can give us a thumbs up. Maybe you have us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Those are great streaming apps. Thank you for that. If you're listening over podcast, really appreciate it. And remember, our morning show, the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, 6:04 a.m. until 9 every morning, is also available on 95.7 Cruise FM. I say also available. All the streaming stuff and YouTube that I mentioned doesn't change. It still goes through those platforms. The Cruise FM is in addition to everything we already do. So that's what we can tell you.
Very true.
So I'm trying to say hi to everybody in the NASA chat today.
You're really on this today.
Well, maybe I'll make it a thing.
Hi, some stranger.
Well, that's
hi,
his
VR.
handle.
Hi, Derek. What was that?
No, it says I'm the number one poster just because I've been saying hi to everybody. I really haven't been posting any.
Good to be number one.
Yeah, well, I guess.
What was that show where it was I see Peter and Lucy?
It was a romper room, rumpus room.
Polka Dot Door?
Was that Polka Dot Door?
I don't know.
I used to watch Polka Dot Door.
Something like that. Romper Room? Was that it?
Yeah, there was a show called Romper Room. Huh. Polka Dot Door had the dinosaur, Pokeroo.
Who could forget?
And it was just one of the hosts would go out and change into it. I think. I don't know. What made you think of that?
Well, you saying hi to everybody. Why didn't you say hi to Winnipeg Sports Talk?
Hello, Winnipeg Sports Talk. Steve has a question. No. They're wearing dark at home in the NHL. They're probably just switching in the preseason game you're watching just to do something different. But the Oilers put out, I don't remember. No, they put out their schedule for when they're going to wear the alternates.
Yeah,
I think
what's
there's
that look like?
4 at home and 2 away.
We never did talk about those.
We talked about them ahead of time when it leaked.
I never got your thoughts on it.
I think the jersey itself looks like a sweatshirt.
So is that bad?
Yes.
So you don't like it?
That's a negative criticism.
I like sweatshirts.
But I at the end of the day, I really don't care because I'm not going to buy one.
Yeah.
So if people want to buy one and they think enough people will buy one and it'll look different and be talked about, then it's a win, I guess.
I like it. I don't mind it.
Okay.
I think it does the retro motif. It does it well, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it's whatever. But I'm not a huge jersey guy. I mean, certainly it's fun to talk about uniforms. There are some that I really like. I actually really like the Heritage Classic jerseys. I thought they did a good job with that because it looked a little different.
Yeah.
I liked that they did the brown kind of throwback colored pants and gloves.
Yeah.
I liked how they did the oil drop with the number in it on the front. I like that. But most jerseys, I'm like, it's a jersey. So sort of the simpler, the better. A lot of times, like have a clear identity, a clear logo, and away you go.
Do you own any jerseys?
Not that I wear. It's been ages since I would have worn a jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only jerseys I have are Commanders. I've got quite a few.
No, they have a good kit right now. I like, because that's kind of a burgundy.
Yeah.
And I like the...
It's like your color of your sweater.
Yeah, sort of. It's a little darker.
A little richer.
Yeah, it's a little richer. And I like what they did with the big W on the helmet. I don't mind just giant letters on the helmet.
I love the W logo.
Unpopular opinion, I think the Ottawa Red Blacks look great. Even though I make fun of the name being in all caps.
Yeah.
Alex says, when the Oilers wear the new alternate jerseys at home, the road team will have to wear their dark jerseys. Yes, of course. Because the Oilers' new jerseys are white. So the other team will wear their darker jerseys when they come through, of course. Yeah, which I guess is the home jersey for the teams. All right, 780-218-9999 is how you text us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Kitchen Restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. That's available Sundays and Mondays from 5 p.m. until close. So we gave away the Oilers tickets to tonight's game. Before we go, so in the next 26 minutes or so, we are going to have 4 tickets to give away to the Elks Riders Saturday, Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's a 5 o'clock game. We'll give away 4 tickets to that. There will be trivia, and we'll do it through the text line as always. And right here on Edmonton Sports Talk on Saturday, we will have at 4 o'clock the Green and Gold Kickoff Show with Jay Milne and Matthew Wannock. They're on after the game as well for the post-game show. And then you're on air Sunday again?
Yeah.
How many days off have you had this month? 1? 0?
I don't know. I'd have to look at a calendar.
Not very many.
Yeah, there was an away
Labor Day
game.
Sunday maybe? Or did you work that day too? Oh, no, but that was August 31st.
Yeah.
Have you had a single day off? You might have had Sunday the 7th off.
Yes, that's what it was.
That's your only full day off.
Yes.
Welcome to sports broadcasting, my friend.
Feed it to me, Reid. Feed it to me. Put it in my veins.
People are now talking about cartoons in the nasty chat, so I'm quite distracted.
Herc.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name?
Newton. Are you ready, Herc? Are you ready? Yeah, I heard you the first time. It'd be great if Hercules just got annoyed.
Just talk back to him. Or just slapped him.
Yeah, like Hercules is like trying to lift up a rock to save somebody. That looks pretty heavy, Herc. Pretty heavy, Herc. Yeah, thanks. You want to help? You little freak?
Yeah, hey, Centaur. Instead of saying everything twice, why don't you get over here and put twice the effort in?
You really are half man, half ass.
And then his bow and arrow, that sound it made, that boom.
Oh, I forgot about that. And then there was that little guy, Toot, that just played the little flute, and that's how he talked.
Who was the bad guy? Daedalus?
Daedalus? I think it was Daedalus. That's got to be something out of Greek mythology, too.
Something.
Not up. Hey, if anybody studied Greek, no, what would they study? Classics in university?
Sure.
Would it be classics? Let us know about Hercules. What are we doing? Oh, we're crunching the numbers for Gallo LLP, Chartered Professional Accountants, where they go beyond the numbers to ensure the continued success of your business. Reach out to Preet or John at Gallo LLP if you'd like to discuss further how they can crunch your numbers and help your business grow. Visit their website, gallolp.ca. See how Gallo LLP can help your business grow. Jason Milne, I have put out a poll on Twitter. People may, or on X, whatever you call it, people may participate if they like. It's open until, I think, about 6:30 tonight.
You did this on your Twitter?
I did it on my Twitter account. How many 20-goal scorers will the Oilers have this season? 1 or 2, 3, 4, or over 5, or 5 plus? What do you say?
Oh, boy. Okay, well, let's have a look here. Connor McDavid, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Leon Draisaitl.
Okay. This
2.
is your opinion. I'm not going to
this is my opinion.
Or wrong you. Yeah, see? Remember when I was talking about a goal-scoring deficit?
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of players that are going to be just below that, I think. I mean, let's say this. If Nuge gets over 20, that's a victory. Because wasn't he right at 20? Or what was it last year?
Last year, the Oilers had 4 20-goal scorers. Draisaitl, Hyman, McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins right at 20. Perry had 19, but it was not 20, so I don't count him.
So I'm going to say Nuge gets to 20. Just the Hyman injury is really rocking the boat here.
Well, he might still play 68 games if he only, or 70, I guess, if he only misses the 12.
Three.
You're here to stay with 3. Okay.
What do you say?
Oh, I'm not answering my own poll. Right now it's 4 at 48.4%.
You're pulling an Wannock here.
33.3% for 5 or more 20-goal scorers. 3 is at 13.5. 1 or 2 is only at 4.8. So last year they had 4. Okay, I'll do recent historical context. In 23-24, they had 5. Fogle had 20. Kane had 24. McDavid 32. Draisaitl 41. Hyman 54. And then 3 years ago, so that was the 22-23 season, McDavid had 64. Draisaitl 52. Nugent Hopkins 37. and Hyman 36.
Jeez.
Now, Kane obviously came in halfway through the season and got 16 in 41 games, but so they actually had 4 30-goal scorers that year. So really, getting to 4 is fairly normal. Now, in terms of historically, do you know which team? Well, this is a long shot. Oh, maybe you know. Do you know which team had the most 20-goal scorers of all time?
What year?
What year and what team?
This isn't just the Oilers.
No, ever.
Ever?
Ever in the NHL.
Oh. Detroit.
I'll give you a hint. Don Cherry was the head coach.
Boston?
Boston, 77-78, had 11 20-goal scorers.
Come on.
Boston in 70-71 had 10. The Canadiens in 74-75 had 10. The Blues in 80-81 had 10. So there's a lot from the 70s, like looking at 9 or more. Now, how about this? The Winnipeg Jets in 83-84 had 9. The Flames in 81-90 or 89-90 had 9. Recent vintage. I would not have thought it was this franchise in this era. In 2021-22, the St. Louis Blues had 9 20-goal scorers. Saad, Shen, Perron, Barbashev, Kyrou, Buchnevich, Thomas, O'Reilly, and Tarasenko.
Wow.
So a lot of this list with teams with 8 or more 20-goal scorers is from the 70s and 80s. The Oilers in 83-84 and in 82-83 and in 81-82 had 8 20-goal scorers. But recently, you were thinking of the Red Wings when they were really good. 05-06, they had 8. Shanahan, Zetterberg, Jason Williams, Matthew Schneider got to 20. Michael Samuelson, Datsuk, Robert Long, and Thomas Holmstrom. The Dallas Stars in 23-24, so the year leading to the first time the Oilers beat them in the West Final, had 8. Ben, Robertson, Pavelski, Marchment, Duchesne, Hintz, Seguin, and Johnston.
Wow.
So it's not easy to get more than 5.
Okay, well, let's live in La La Land here then.
Sure.
Let's say McDavid, Draisaitl, Nuge, throw in Hyman. That's 4. Mangiapane overperforms or outperforms what is expected.
Okay.
That's 5.
You're doing a best case scenario.
Frederic massively exceeds expectations. Maybe not massively. 6.
Okay.
There's no defenseman getting to 20, is there?
Well, if you're doing best case scenario, don't you have to say Bush? If you're going all in,
if we're living in La La Land, sure. Bush, that makes it 7. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Matthew Savoy comes in and delivers. 8.
Sure.
What a world.
Then this team's going to score a ton.
What a time to be alive that would be. I mean, who else would you consider? You can't. Henrique, no. Tomasek, no. Podkolzin. Janmark.
It'd be awesome if he got to 20. I'm not sure if he will.
I don't think that. I mean, we are in La La Land here. That's what I said.
Sure.
So sure. 9 with Podkolzin.
9 best case scenario.
Yep.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Crunching the numbers for Gallo LLP. Elks Riders on Saturday, like we were talking about. The Saskatchewan Roughriders have won 7 consecutive road games against the Elks. 7 consecutive road games against the Elks. August 2nd, 2018 was the last time the Double E beat the Riders at Commonwealth Stadium. It was 26-19. More on that game in a couple minutes.
Ooh, good teaser. Are you're I know you're a critical thinker. Do the Elks have Do the Elks have a 30% chance of winning this game?
In my opinion?
In your opinion?
No.
You just think Saskatchewan's that much better, or do you think Edmonton's just not that good?
I think Saskatchewan is just better than the Elks. I think Edmonton is... They're a decent team, but they keep losing, don't they?
Yep.
One way or another. I mean, I know they had a good little run. I think they're good enough to beat anybody, but I think against Saskatchewan, which is 10-3, I'm not sure how those injured cornerbacks are doing because they kind of got torched by Montreal. That could make a difference. But we know about the shortcomings in the Elks lineup. Plus, there's, lack of experience in some key areas, though I do think players and coaches are learning. But the Riders are having a great season. Harris is having an exceptional season. They have a great running back. Their defense is tough. I don't think it's impossible for Edmonton to win this game, but I think it'll be very, very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I said that going into the Labor Day rematch, and the Elks played maybe their best game of the year. But I think that... I think if you played this game 100 times, the Elks would not win as many as 30 games.
Looks like the defensive backs that you referenced are still not practicing.
Okay.
So there's that.
They're not practicing?
No.
Well, that'll help. I mean, injuries make a huge difference.
Look at Edmonton.
Look at Calgary. I mean, they lost a couple defensive players. Well, I think Hutchins came back, right, against BC, but they still got picked apart. What do you think? Do you think it's 50-50 Elks and Riders?
I do.
How can you say it's 50-50? One team has 10 wins, one team has 5.
Yeah, but the team you're talking about, Edmonton, has been in a lot of games. They are capable of playing up to a level. It's if they can finish. And if they finish 50% of the games that they've been in here when Cody Fajardo has taken them into tight games, their record's different. Now, I understand. A win is a win, a loss is a loss. Mm-hmm. I'm not naive. I'm just saying I cannot just say no. They don't have a chance because they've proven they can play with anybody. Now, getting over the hump and getting the W, that's another story. But I'm not sitting here ready to write them off and say that there's very low probability of them winning.
I think it's very low.
And of packed house makes a difference.
Yes, a lot of them cheering for Saskatchewan.
Possibly.
Let's be real.
A lot of watermelon in the crowd.
Yes, or whatever. Saskatchewan's very good. I don't like.
They are good, Reid, and I'm not trying to take anything away from them. What I've seen from this team, they can play with any team. They just have to be able to finish, and that's hard to do.
But until they start doing that, I can't give them credit for doing it.
Yeah, that's fair. But I'm not counting them out.
No, I'm not counting them out. But if you ask me who do I think is going to win, I think Saskatchewan is going to win.
And that's fair.
And I say that without hesitation.
Yep.
If you ask me what I think is going to happen. I mean, the Elks need to do everything well and maybe get a break or two to win the game.
Never hurts.
780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. When we get back, we'll give away 4 tickets to the game we're talking about between Edmonton and Saskatchewan. If you're taking us in on YouTube, give us a few more clicks. If you haven't given us a thumbs up, do it now. We need 10 to get to 100. Let's rally or share the link with somebody else and encourage them to watch us, listen to us, and give us a click. Here's a sports update with the Coupe.
Edmonton's Vasily Podkolzin is taking a leave of absence from the team with his father suddenly passing away last night. He returns to Russia to be with his family. And down at Rogers Place tonight, the Oilers host the Kraken for 7 o'clock puck drop. Connor McDavid centers a line with Leon Draisaitl and Trent Frederic as his winger. Stuart Skinner to play the full 60 minutes. The puck drop at 7. And 2 games are underway. Hurricanes leading the Panthers entering the third period while the Jackets and Pens are locked at 1, nearing the end of the first. Panthers trailing 2-0 in that game. Bottom of the second, Jays trail the Red Sox 3-0 in Game 2 of their series. 2 outs for Toronto, with Dalton Varsho at bat. And sitting just 1 game back of the Toronto for first in the AL East, the Yankees are down 1-0 to the Red Sox, top of the second. Back in E-Town, Jared Brinkman and Nick Anderson both sat out of Elks practice. Brinkman battling a shoulder and toe issue while Anderson has a hip injury. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Simone Lawrence. Simone, how you doing?
No, y'all intro music is perfect. No wonder y'all got one of the best shows in the world. Yeah, you had me feeling like I had a nice tuxedo on, you know? I'm excited. Elks versus the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Woo! And this is the kind of game the Tiger Cats need.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
All right. Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sunday is back at the Canadian Brewhouse. After 4 p.m., grab an 8-inch two-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. Limerick. We only have one today. Email coming in from Bronco Nick to read at edmontonsportstalk.com. Sluice juice in the locker room. My wife on the way. Zoom. Fun little event. Money well spent. Not sure if she'll come home on the broom. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
And then he says, I love my wife. Nothing much to rhyme with locker room. Well, let's think about that, Bronco Nick. How could have you ended that without calling your wife a witch? So he used room, zoom. Doom. Foom. Could have somehow made a sound effect with foom.
Maybe she'll bring home a pizza with mushroom.
Gloom. When she comes home, I no longer feel gloom. That would have been a nice little ending.
Would have been a nice touch.
So gloom.
In bloom.
In bloom. Going back to earlier in the alphabet. Thank you, Coop. Yes.
Croon.
Yeah, it was a bit of a stretch. Could have made it work. I'm just trying to go through the alphabet. Got up to G. Whom. Yeah, whom. WHOM. Could have worked that in somehow. That would have been funny.
Maybe I'll come home and maybe she'll arrive with me wearing my Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah, that would have worked as well.
Yeah.
But no, Bronco Nick thought, well, I guess I got to go with the witch reference. And that's it. And that's it.
Boom.
Why is my thing not working? Am I turned down? I think I hear him coming now. We didn't even get halfway through the alphabet, Bronco Nick. Lot of things you could have gone with. Lot of things that you could have gone with. But nope. Well, I guess I got to do broom and make it sound like she's riding her broom home. That's the best I can do. Oh, Bronco Nick.
Look at this.
What?
Dusty in the nasty chat.
Where?
Just wanted to pop in and say that Chet Palmer is my new favorite thing.
Well, maybe he'll start doing something on the morning show. Maybe he'll be on the morning show tomorrow. He could prepare a little update.
Yeah, he's up early. Chet Palmer strikes me as someone that gets up at 5:05.
Well,
every day.
I'm a little groggy when I get up, Jay, but a cup of Joe gives me a cup of Joe is my gasoline in the tank. Toot toot.
Yes.
Hi, Dusty. Nice talking to you, beautiful man. Did Dusty know we had a splash of Coke earlier?
I don't know.
I don't know if he does or not. You know what? That's I'm fired up for a couple things caffeine related.
Okay.
For Gemco Fireplaces, bringing us fired up, proudly serving Edmonton area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. So I'm fired up that we got a 2-liter Coke in the fridge.
Bang.
By the way, I paid for it. I gave Iwanek the money. It's not coming out of the company coffers.
What a guy.
And now if somebody just wants a splash of Coke, we have those little small, they're not very big.
They're like a
disposable
Dixie
cups.
cup.
Yeah, a little Dixie cup. Pour a little splash of Coke. You got your Coke.
You fancy a splash of Coke before we finish?
I might have a splash of Coke before I drive to the rink. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
What a world.
What a world we live in. I don't think Dusty's in the nasty chat anymore.
Sure, Coob. I'll have a splash of Coke.
Yeah, you can put it in my water bottle.
Yeah, sure. Hey,
I think you have to bring the Coke here.
Yeah, bring the Coke here, and we'll have a splash of Coke together on the show.
Or get a little Dixie cup from the counter there. And I'm also fired up, and I got to thank my dear parents for this.
Yeah.
So, long story short, I don't know what other people are like. Well, we've talked about this at Christmas. Just give someone a list.
Yep.
Give someone, like, if they're going to buy you gifts anyway, you might as well get a list.
Do them a solid.
So, I usually now in September, I've started telling my parents 3 or 4 things. You know what? That'd be cool, or I need that around the house, or this would be fun. So he doesn't bring a Dixie cup specifically.
They're right there.
Oh,
they're under the TV.
All right, sorry. I was all hard on the coop. So I said, you know what? I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but I like a cup in the morning. And, we got these great beans from Fox Coffee, and it's fun to grind beans. So I'd love a grinder / coffee maker. So I've had one for a week now. It's like my favorite thing ever. It's got the bean silo. You put the little reusable cup underneath the grinding silo. You press grind. They drop into that. You move that over to the brewing part, and you brew the coffee. You can go 8, 10, or 12 ounces. It's easy to clean. The coffee's delicious. It's fresh with beans. It tastes great, Jay.
Thanks, Coop. It does. I know what you're talking about.
It's better with fresh beans, and plus the Fox coffee's incredible. So I'm fired up about my new coffee grinder / maker.
Because I've had that.
And we're having a splash of Coke. Well, you got a double cup.
Splash of Coke. Yeah, it's a double.
Dusty's clearly not paying attention anymore. So that's fired up for Gemco. Let's do words of the day. I dominated
word
yesterday.
Of the day. Yeah.
One of my best days ever.
Good luck today.
So now you're making them harder. Difficulty's been cranked up.
Let's find
this Coke hits the spot.
Whoa, easy.
I couldn't hear it.
Easy. Okay, so this was sent to me by my good buddy Dave from Ewell.
Oh, right, okay.
And he thought it was nice to have a little bit of Greek god-inspired words of the day, as we were talking about Hercules earlier.
Yes, we were.
First Greek god, Hephaestus.
Oh, he wants me to spell the names of Greek gods?
Spell it, and what
do I do
of?
for the... Oh, my God.
Hephaestus.
I've actually heard of this god. Hephaestus?
Hephaestus.
I know there are extra letters in it. Does it start with an H?
Yes.
H. I'm starting over. Haephaestus.
Why am I down so low? I can't hear my
they're
tuba
on.
guy.
They're on.
Hephaestus is Hephaestus.
Oh, I did pretty good. I put an extra A in the beginning.
You did. Very close.
So, okay, this is no longer definitions. This is guess what he or she is a god of. Hephaestus is the god of mischief.
Oh, good try.
That's wrong.
Hephaestus is the god of fire and blacksmithing.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it wasn't really a good guess.
No.
It's quite terrible.
0 for 2. I think if you get 1 on the board.
I don't know if I will.
Okay, second Greek god. This is actually a goddess. Nemazine.
Well, I'm just going to go with the obvious spelling.
Don't do it. It's a trick. There's a silent letter at the start of it.
It's got to be a P. Nemazine. M-N-E-M-E-Z-I-N-E.
M-N-E-M-O-S-Y-N-E.
Oh, wow. I'm going to say she is the goddess of memories. Because a mnemonic is a way to remember something.
Yes.
A mnemonic is a trick to remember something.
Yes. Goddess of memory. Not memories, but you're getting
whatever.
it.
That's what I said. Same thing. Yeah.
Wow. 1 out of 4. I'm proud of you, Reid.
I just took an educated guess with that one.
Well done.
Just going to say hi to a couple people in the next chat.
Is this a thing you're going to do every day?
I don't know what I'm going to... I don't know what I'm going to do.
He's surprised. Dave Carson's surprised.
What, that I know something? That I can figure something out?
Frankly, yes.
Johnny Mnemonic. Looks like Nemazine. So a mnemonic is a trick you use to remember something. So
well done.
So I said goddess of memories, goddess of memory, whatever. Same difference.
Well done.
Did pretty good.
Enjoy the game tonight.
4. Oh, that's David in the nasty chat.
Yes.
He's in the nasty chat.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. He didn't think I would get it.
Well, after the first word.
Hey, I'm not as dumb as I look.
Nobody can look that dumb.
Nobody could be that dumb.
Be that dumb.
Be that.
Gosh, darn it.
You're getting better. All right. I'm going to the rink. Game's at 7. I think I'm on the Nielsen show at 7:45 tomorrow. Maybe I'll be drinking a splash of Coke. Oh, I could be having coffee.
You have a coffee.
I have a coffee, my
Yes.
special coffee.
Yes.
Well, it's not special coffee. It's special to me.
Special to you.
On behalf of the Coob and the Glue Guy, I'm Reid. See ya.